mix of healthy proteins, carbs, and veggies to keep my engine running at full speed. Go to cleaneats.com, click on meal plans, or stop by the cafe and get all the info. Clean Eats and the Pirates, a winning combination.
Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer.
Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer, nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brownwood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brownwood, get an all-new 2021 GMC Terrain and save over $3,550 or 0% for 72 months. And as always, Brownwood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownwoodauto.com.
UBE and PirateWear.com has all your back-to-school needs, and it's the place to shop for students of all ages. They carry ECU notebooks, binders, and backpacks, as well as umbrellas and rain jackets for that Eastern North Carolina weather. And don't forget about their textbook department, where you can rent, buy, or sell your books year-round. And they also price match. And visit their social media pages, where there's almost always a Win It Wednesday going on throughout the school year. Stop by UBE or PirateWear.com, where there's new shipments arriving daily with lower prices than their competitors. Proud to be serving the Pirate Nation for over 50 years.
Although innovative new resources such as digital media and social networks have grown in popularity, smart marketers recognize that printing is a mainstay.
We live in an age of computer hacking, scams, and fly-by-night businesses, so it's reassuring to consumers when they receive printed marketing pieces.
It exemplifies business confidence and conveys a high level of commitment.
It also fosters trust, which leads to engagement and ultimately brand loyalty.
When you're ready to grow your business, come to PIP, where business goes to grow.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Are you starting to plan your holiday travel for this year? Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
You can paint this one purple.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
And a good Monday to you and yours, Clip Brock, here coming off a great college football weekend, wall-to-wall Saturday, and probably the game of the weekend last night in Tallahassee. It took overtime for Notre Dame to beat Florida State. More on that one and all the action in a moment right here on Pirate Radio Live. You're tuned in to Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We are on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And you can watch the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. What'd you watch over the weekend? What was your favorite game? You can chime in on Twitter and on Facebook Live and on YouTube and join in on the conversation. Of course, we are talking a lot of Pirate football on today's show, as well as we will hear from some of the Pirate players who took the field on Thursday night in ECU's loss to Appalachian State. Coming up at 4 o'clock, Pirates running back Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead will join me on the show at 4:25. A couple of Pirate linebackers, Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith, will get their thoughts on the Pirates' defense. At 5:05, Holton Ahlers joins Troy D. and I on the Fixed NC Live line. And at 5:30, CJ Johnson will join the program. In between all that, a lot of college football and NFL talk. Double B, Brian Bailey, will join us on the Fixed NC Live line at 3:30. So we are packed for a fun 3 hours of football talk. Maybe not fun when we have to recap some of ECU App State, but a new week, a new opportunity for the Pirates to go out there and get their first W of 2021. And people were shocked on Sunday when the line came out for East Carolina and South Carolina. And I said during the post-game show and on Friday, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see East Carolina come out and have a good performance coming up on Saturday. I was surprised by the line, and let me see where it is at the moment. So I saw, so the first one I saw had South Carolina favored by 2, and then another book had it East Carolina by 4.
That's the one I saw.
Right now I'm looking at it, and East Carolina is a 2-point favorite against South Carolina, which has Pirate fans flabbergasted. So, par for the course. We were surprised that the app line was so high. We were surprised about the North Carolina A&T line a few years ago. Why is James Madison favored against East Carolina? We're surprised about lines just about every week. This one in the opposite direction. But right now, East Carolina, a 2-point favorite. I was hoping South Carolina would be a 7 or so point favorite, so we could all take the Pirates and enjoy. But now, that is a very fishy line. If you watched the game last Thursday, saw what happened to ECU, South Carolina shuts out their opponent, a much lesser opponent in Eastern Illinois, but they win at 45-0. But East Carolina, a 2-point favorite for their home opener against the SEC's South Carolina. Boy, that's a bit of a fishy line. What do you think about that? You can chime in on that as well. All right, Chandler Honeycutt, who has been putting in the work today during the Brian Bailey show. This guy's over here doing video production and watching game film.
Got to get ready, baby.
On South Carolina and Eastern Illinois.
Happy Labor Day.
Yes, sir. Putting in all the work on this Monday. Shirley Rhodes here as well. What's up, Shirley?
Trying to work.
A lot going on?
No, I'm having some side effects from some medication, so I've been kind of
stoned.
No, it feels like it though. No, I just had some extreme dizziness, and I needed to lay down for a little while. So Chandler had to kind of pick up the slack for me today.
When I walked in, you were horizontal.
Yeah, I was laid out. I was really dizzy today. So
yeah, well, you got your afternoon nap ready.
Yeah,
to go
but
now.
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm not 100%, but I'm about 80%.
Fighting through it. Nobody's 100% this time of year. You got to fight through it.
Yep.
All right, let's get to our college football Week 1 recap. First of all, Chandler, what was the favorite game, your best game you saw this weekend?
Just last night, that Notre Dame Florida State game was just outstanding, going into overtime, and the comeback that Florida State had. But the biggest moment of the night was probably Mackenzie Milton coming back in for Florida State, being off of college football for, I think, 2 or 3 years after the
2018 was the last time he
terrible leg injury that he suffered, I believe, at Temple when he was at UCF. And it all happened not because of an injury, but because of a helmet coming off. Jordan Travis, the starting quarterback for Florida State, his helmet comes off, and here comes Mackenzie Milton into the game. And no, he didn't just run one play. He led him down the field and got some points on the board. His first play coming back was a 13-yard pass for a first down, so that was pretty special. But last night was no doubt the best college football game I watched over the weekend.
I had Notre Dame minus some points, and I knew literally, sometimes you just know, right? Right when Milton goes in the game, I was like, well, this one's over. This is a loss for me. I didn't know if Notre Dame would lose outright, but I knew they weren't going to cover that spread. And what a story. What about a story?
What about a story?
As he takes him down the field and played very, very well in that football game. And now Mike Norvell has a decision to make. Although, do you trust Mike Norvell in his decision-making after going for it on his own side of the field and basically costing them the game?
Yeah.
In the, what was that, late third, early fourth quarter, gives up a free touchdown basically to Notre Dame, and they could have used that at the end of that game that they lose in overtime. More on that one coming up in a moment. Let's get to our AAC roundup, and if the game of the week was not Florida State Notre Dame, it might have been Saturday in Norman. Speaking of comebacks and teams coming up just short, how about the effort Tulane put up Saturday in Norman, Oklahoma, after everything they've been going through? Kind of reminded me of East Carolina, Miami in 1999 at Carter Finley Stadium. The hurricane hits, your mind's elsewhere, you get down in the game, and then they make a furious comeback against the team picked by many to go to and potentially win the championship this year. But a hell of an effort by Willie Fritz's guys to fight to the end. They get an onside kick and have an opportunity.
That was crazy.
I mean, the whole thing was wild. 40-35, the final score. Oklahoma held to 3 points in the second half of that football game.
And Michael Pratt I think it was Michael Pratt,
Yeah.
1 yard short.
Oh, great effort.
On the fourth down, or on the fourth down attempt to convert there. And, man, it reminded me of that Super Bowl, Titans-Rams.
Kevin Dyson.
Yeah, 1 yard away. And just came up short, but what a great effort by the Fighting Corey Glores. Tulane Green Wave.
Oh, by the way, I need to see if I can get him on the show this
I've
week.
been trying to find like sound bites and highlights of his calls. I've been looking around, but not successful.
For that particular game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not successful.
I haven't seen any yet. But no, that was a great game, and let me tell you, Lincoln Riley was sighing a huge sigh of relief at the end of that game because he knew that he really escaped on that one. And Oklahoma, considering where they are in the top 25, I think they were ranked number 2 at the time. Considering where they were in the top. Yeah, okay. 2. So they're ranked number 2, and then they get, a test like that against Tulane. It's, there's going to be a lot of questions that need to be answered in Norman.
The Captain Bills in Norman were going all after.
I am sure.
Same thing.
After that game. So
Lincoln Riley needs to be fired.
maybe Captain Bill himself called in to Norman.
I'm sick and tired of that bubble screen.
They run it every play. So that is in contention for game of the week, but Oklahoma able to get the win there against Tulane. Cincinnati playing the part of the beast in the AAC. They maul Miami of Ohio 49-14, and now we start to take a look at Cincinnati and what they've got coming up, and their schedule is really tough. And people are going to say it eased up a bit after what transpired in the Indiana game on Saturday. Indiana falling to, help me with the Big Ten team they played, because I didn't write it down.
Oh, man.
Why can't I think of it? Iowa. They got crushed by Iowa 34-6. Cincinnati has Indiana coming up in 2 weeks. Indiana probably won't be ranked at that point. And then Cincinnati has the date with Notre Dame on October 2nd. And that is going to be...
Ryan Kelly's, that was his last stop, was Cincinnati.
Ah, and he walked out on the guys.
Yeah.
That's right. So Cincinnati will have an opportunity to creep closer to a potentially a top 5 if they can go on the road and beat Indiana and Notre Dame. They've got Murray State. They'll blow them out coming up this weekend.
Speaking of Indiana, did you see where they had the misspelling of their name on their jerseys?
It said like
Indiana. Indiana.
Yeah, that was just the second
How does that happen?
ugliest thing on the field. Yeah, I don't know how a player runs out of the
highly
tunnel.
entertaining.
Yeah, especially when I want to say it was the official, like the school put these out, but when West Virginia won the NIT and it said West Virginia,
Yeah.
and they left out a word there, or a letter there at the end.
Happened in Major League Baseball. The Angels became the Angles one game. So,
That's a tricky one.
yep.
You gotta
make sure.
placement.
Yeah, you got to make sure that E comes before the L.
This one happened on Thursday night, but UCF came back to beat Boise State. Great debut.
That was a good game.
For
Yeah.
Gus Malzahn, as they were going back and forth throwing haymakers there late in that game, and UCF was able to survive after a lengthy lightning delay in that game.
Yeah, wasn't it close to? I want to say it was like 2.5 hour delay.
Yeah.
It was late before they were able to kick
They
off.
were supposed to kick off before ECU App State, and it was like,
because I remember mentioning it more than once than the scoreboard that they were in a lightning delay.
we saw like a whole quarter of play after the ECU game had ended that night. There were some blowouts, and not in the good way that Mike Oresco wanted to see. Although Mike Oresco has bigger things to worry about right now. Temple gives up 61 points to Rutgers as Greg Schiano's guys all over the Owls. USF was shut out by NC State on Thursday, and I had to raise an eyebrow or two after they're seeing the Marshall Navy score. How about the Thundering Herd? 49-7 over Ken Niumatalolo's guys. Did they not practice tackling again this year? Remember last year they got blown out by BYU right out of the gate. The same thing happens to them this year, this time in Huntington, where East Carolina will be going a couple Saturdays from now.
With Navy being a thorn in our side for so many years, I mean, you would think that would be an opportunity to be a winnable game, but now we've got to play Marshall too, and this season, and they looked good against Navy.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda beat Navy last year.
Yep.
With Holton Ahlers out, Mason Garcia in. The Pirates will get a crack at them later on this season. And, yeah, that's going to be a first true road game for the Pirates in 2021. Will be a couple Saturdays from now in Huntington, West Virginia against Charles Huff's team. Great debut for him. That's what you want to do in your debut as a head coach. Run up the score against what is usually a quality opponent in Navy, and that's what Marshall was able to do this weekend. All right, let's get to our best sound bites of the weekend. Big Bad LSU, national champions from a couple years ago, roll into UCLA. Those Pac-12 pretty boys, they're going to be able to stomp them, and they're led by their head coach, Ed Orgeron, who was talking to UCLA fans going into the building on Saturday.
Okay. Bring your ass on. Bring your ass on, you little sissy blue shirt.
Bring your ass on,
little sissy blue shirt.
Bring your ass home. First of all,
Bring your ass home.
the guy yelling was like,
"We're going to beat you today."
It was like
Bring your ass on now.
Such a pipsqueak voice.
Yeah.
We're going to beat you today.
We're going to beat you.
It was like going through puberty as he was talking to Ed Orgeron.
It was probably like a 10-year-old boy.
Hey, Coach Orgeron.
I was probably one
Bring
of
your
those.
ass here, boy.
It's probably one of those UCLA pretty boys.
One of those sissy blue shirt boys. Hit it again, Shirley. I want to hear that guy in the background more. Hey,
Oh, whoa, hang on.
Coach Orgeron.
Okay. Hey, bring your ass on. Bring your ass on, you little sissy blue shirt.
We're going to beat you down. His voice
Beat you down, Coach.
I tell you what, you bring your ass here.
Bring out here with your sissy blue shirt. And UCLA put it on the boys from Baton Rouge, 38-27. And watch out for Chip Kelly. Got it rolling there. 210 rushing yards against LSU as the Tigers go down. They go down in a big way.
The best part of the soundbite is the band in the background.
I mean, just absolutely just drowning out everybody.
Bring your ass here, boy.
We're gonna beat you down. It had a little bit of everything. Man, great to have the fans back. A lot of fights in the stands. Hey, if you're going to college football games this year, this is just sorry to preach, but
preach.
How about don't get in a fist fight?
Amen.
Now let them pass around the offering plate.
Pass the offering.
And okay, here's step one: go to the game to have fun, enjoy it, watch football, hang out with your friends, family, crew, whatever. And you don't go there planning to get in a fight. Say something happens during the game and somebody's testing your buttons. Do your best to diffuse, walk away, ignore, but don't get in a fist fight. We're fist fighting in every football stadium across the country.
Yeah, I've seen multiple videos, including the one at ECU App State.
We had that one. We had, what was the most recent one I saw? The
Virginia Tech.
North Carolina dude went into an entire student section to get in the fight.
Yeah.
So,
good Lord.
What are we angry about? We're happy.
College football's back.
We should be.
We're
excited.
in the stands. How about chill out?
We should be excited to be able to attend these games.
I wouldn't want to get in a fight because I would want to stay in the stadium to watch the game. You have to leave the stadium once you get in a fight.
Well,
unless you're done and screw it.
I'm pretty sure that there is a level of beverages involved.
Yeah.
In those types of situations,
they should leave anyway.
Yeah.
If you can't handle your alcohol,
stay home.
Yeah, right. That's not going to happen.
Or stay in your chair.
Let's try to go fist fight free.
Can we just all be friends?
Well, that's never going to happen.
No.
We all hate each other. No fist fight Saturday when the Gamecocks come to town. Let's just try to if everybody does that for themselves, then there will be no fist fight.
I agree.
If everybody says I'm not getting in a fist fight, there's no possible way there could be a fist fight.
Swinging dingers.
Thank you.
We want to compete. We want to be physical, but we want to be civil.
Do we not agree?
Thank you, Coach Houston and that guy. That was the head baseball coach at Louisville. The do we not agree there. All right, moving along.
Louisville and Ole Miss tonight.
Okay, we are nowhere close to that yet.
You mentioned Louisville. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. Soundbite number 2. Brian Kelly, postgame. What do you have to say?
Had it all.
Yeah.
What did you think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
I think he lost 10 commitments after that.
Did
you see his explanation to that?
Okay, so I feel like I brought this up not that far in the past, the John McKay line about execution.
Yes.
Where he was asked by a reporter, was like, what did you think about the team's execution? Or the team's, and he said, I'm for it. The team being executed. Which was funny, comedic timing, setup, punchline, you had it all.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Kelly, now I don't know at what point he decided he was going to do this, but this is why the comedy should be left to comedians. Because, Shirley, you said it before the show, a lot of times it's not even about the words used, it's about
it's the timing,
the setup,
and the delivery.
The execution of the joke.
Yes.
And there was just poor execution, timing, delivery. Hit it again.
Game had it all.
Yeah.
What did you think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
No.
And then
that joke needs to be executed.
He looks around. Wait, no.
Now, if she had asked, if he had delivered the line the same way it was delivered in the, originally.
This was 40 years. This was in the 70s.
Yeah, it's a 40-year-old joke. But if he delivered it, and if she had asked the question about execution, and he had answered, "I'm in favor of it," that's the perfect delivery for that joke.
McKay was asked what he thought about his team's execution after a game, and he said, "I'm in favor of it." Now that's quick wit, funny. That's awesome.
It's timing, it's delivery, it's the sharpness of it.
And then
Kelly just stumbled all through it.
So I'm on this side of the road, and a chicken came across to.
No, wait.
There.
I was on. Wait, no. So he was over there, and I was over here.
And I asked, why did that chicken cross the street?
and then I'm on the other side of the
opposite side.
Yeah. And then after the game, he goes, "It's an old John McKay quote."
Oh, he was so
he goes, "I was kidding. I was being tongue in cheek. It wasn't funny. I was making a joke about it. It was taken serious. Are you people crazy? Hey, you're not funny, Brian Kelly. What was funny? Well, it's not. No, okay, I can't go there. Brian Kelly's had a checkered past with some things.
Yes,
and
I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, we won't mention it, but Brian Kelly, now if I'm him, I'm going to quadruple down, and after every game, his first line needs to be him trying to recite a joke but telling it poorly. I think you just keep going with it now.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's like some average dude trying to deliver a joke like Robin Williams would.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have got to be, if you're going to deliver that joke, you better be right on point, or you're going to fall flat on your face. And that's exactly what he did. And nobody got it because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, it came out of nowhere because she didn't ask about the execution per se.
No, he brought it up himself.
Exactly. You can't make a joke about something you bring up.
While Florida State was making that comeback in the fourth quarter, he was like, "Man, I'm going to nail this joke right after the game. It's going to go viral. Everybody's going to think I'm the funniest coach in America. I'm going to drill that. I'm going to nail this thing."
An assistant coach went up to him and said, "Coach, we executed that." And he goes, "Execute."
Oh,
I
man.
remember that. You remember that?
Yes,
you remember?
yes.
I'm going to say that in the post-game interview.
This line is going to kill.
The views are going to be through the roof.
This is going to be great. And he just goes out there and bombs it.
That's like somebody just straight up getting up on an open mic night.
Yeah, open mic night, baby.
And telling the worst dad joke has ever been. And crickets.
Hey, I know a thing or two about bombing on a mic on the air. So I feel like I should be able to
I've
speak
done
on
my
this.
fair share of it too.
Poor delivery, poor execution on the execution joke by Brian Kelly.
But another guy that knows all about execution and knows all about how to deliver a joke.
Who's that?
Was the guy that was the guest on the Brian Bailey show today.
Oh, should this go in our best soundbite segment?
Yes.
This is earlier today. I didn't like this line by Donnie. It really hit too close to home. He is talking to Brian Bailey earlier today on the Brian Bailey show about how the game went, what could have gone different, I believe. And let's hear what he had to say.
It was a game, I think, of a lot of lost opportunities. Now, we were playing a good football team. I mean, I think most of these Carolina fans are pretty educated, and they know that. You know, I think there's a few drunk people or a few bad gamblers out there that maybe didn't understand that we were playing a pretty good football team.
Whoa.
I coached at Appalachian.
Yeah, I haven't drank in like 8 weeks, Donnie. I thought he was talking to me personally on that cut. Now, I'm still a bad gambler. I'm a really bad gambler because I had ECU in that freaking game. That's how bad of a gambler I am, Donnie. I had the Pirates plus the points.
Oh.
I'm a bad gambler.
Are you offended?
I am.
Well, that's your fault.
He's talking directly to me. But I am no longer.
Well, he does know you produce the show.
I am no longer a drunk anymore, so glad to say that, at least for now, although the way this season's going.
Take notes, Brian Kelly. Take notes.
I am in favor of drinking alcohol.
But
what a loser!
I may or may not try one later.
There's a part in one of the SpongeBob episodes where he goes, "Oh, brother, this guy stinks."
Oh God! All I can think of is it's actually a line. You can't find the audio anywhere, but Clip will know exactly who I'm talking about. Do you remember Sharon Baldwin Tenor? that used to coach here for the women's basketball team.
The last coach to take the ECU women to the tournament.
Yeah, that is correct. I remember a specific game, and I don't know if you actually called this game with me or not.
I was not there.
You were not there? Okay, she got really upset with the referees about something, and she really wanted to fire her team up. So she decided that she was just going to get herself a technical, just to fire her team up. And so she walks up to the referee and says something to the referee. Referee throws her out of the game. So after the game, I'm asking, I interview her, and I said, Coach, I said, just off the record, after the interview, I said, what did you say to the referee? Because she was very mild-mannered, pretty even-keeled. She didn't get riled up too much. And she's, got that deep Southern accent. So, very polite, very nice. And I asked her, I said, what did you say to the referee? She said, I just walked up to him and I said, Ref, you suck. Are you just going to suck all day? And that was the first thing that popped in my mind when I saw that Brian Kelly cut was, dude, you suck. Are you just going to suck all day?
That's a good way to get ejected from a game.
Yeah.
Chandler's amateur soundboard.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
We're going to have to get that and put that on our board.
Throw tomatoes at him on the field.
Like, boo, you suck.
Hey, whoa, you guys didn't think I was funny? What's wrong with you people?
He was so upset.
I'm hilarious.
Oh, I guess we aren't funny anymore.
The funniest people are the ones that tell you they're hilarious. Those are the real funny people out there. All right, what else do we have? I tell you what, we got to get to Brian Bailey. So we'll continue on our college football week 1 recap after we talk to Double B. Let's take a time out. Brian Bailey joins us on the other side. We'll talk Pirates, some high school, his Dallas Cowboys. Speaking of hilarious, we'll be playing Thursday night against the Buccaneers.
Without Zach Martin.
Without a very key member of their O-line. We will talk about that and more when Brian Bailey joins us on the other side. Back with you after this.
Pirate Nation, your ECU football team is getting ready for another season, and they need you inside Downey-Picklen Stadium. Football season tickets are on sale now, and great seats are still available. Come out and watch your Pirates take on SEC opponent South Carolina, preseason top 10 Cincinnati, and many more. Season tickets start at just $99 and can be purchased online at ECUPirates.com or over the phone at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. Buy yours today, and let's bring back Rowdy Downey. Go Pirates!
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue with Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. My colleagues and I recognize how difficult this time is for everyone in our community. We continue to see patients during the week while taking precautions to keep everyone safe. Our extended care clinic is now open on Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for your urgent orthopedic care. For more information, please contact us at 757-2663 or visit our website at orthoeast.com.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
Ooh, look at all that Parmesan cheese on that papadilla. Our freshly folded flatbread filled with juicy meats and melted cheese now has a crunchy, toasty outside. Now that's what's poppin'. Order today at papajohns.com.
Hey, Pirate fans, order the new Parmesan-crusted papadilla for only $7. The new Parmesan-crusted papadilla is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Hey, this is Troy D, proud ECU grad from the class of 94. And if you know me, you know I love the 90s here at ECU. It was some of our glory days, including bowl games, the Peach Bowl, and even a March Madness appearance. Relive those days with my friends from Tailgate Classics. Tailgate Classics is a cool retro store with all types of merchandise, including the 90s ECU vintage tees and hats. Check out Tailgate Classics in person, 304 Evans Street, or online at shoptailgateclassics.com. Tailgate Classics, bringing back the throwbacks.
Hey Birdland, experience an Orioles game this season with the convenience and privacy of your very own suite. Choose from an array of options and prices to gather with family and friends or entertain clients. Each suite features climate-controlled interior seating, a private restroom, and comfortable outside seating. Plus, enjoy the best views of Camden Yards. Suites can accommodate 8 to 22 guests. Capacity is limited, so select your dates and purchase tickets now. Learn more about single-game suites at Orioles.com/suites.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio for 18 years. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Broad.
All right, back with you on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll go into the Players Lounge coming up at 4 o'clock with Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead. We'll talk about the loss to Appalachian State moving forward to South Carolina. We'll do the same with Xavier Smith and Bruce Bivens at around 4:25. Holton Ahlers will join Troy D and I at around 5:05, and CJ Johnson later on in our third hour of today's show. So we'll hear from the players as Pirates 0-1 heading into a game against South Carolina this Saturday, and we'll talk about that with Double B Brian Bailey, who joins us on the Fixed NC Live line. Bailey, how you doing this afternoon?
Not too bad. Kind of enjoying the holiday Monday. Not too bad.
All right, good deal. And how did you enjoy everything but the game on Thursday? It was a great atmosphere, it looked like on TV anyway, Bailey, there at Bank of America Stadium.
Hey, it was really awesome. I mean, it was really, just to see all the fans in the stands and, being on the sideline to get ready for the game and all the build-up and the hype. And the game didn't go the Pirates' way. Sometimes you just get beat by a better team. And I think in reading some of the things and listening to some of the comments, it sounds like, some of the Pirate faithful think they're going to go 0-12, which they're not. But I think they did. They got beat by a better team. Appalachian State played really well. They got a lot of experience, and we all knew, there's a reason that the point spread was what it was. It was started at 14, got down to about 9, the game ended, 14, 33-19. So, sometimes those guys know what they're talking about. But I'm excited about the South Carolina game. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see Dowdy Ficklin with some fans in the stands again.
Well, do those guys know what they're talking about this week, making East Carolina a 2-point favorite, Bailey?
We hope so.
Were you surprised at that number?
Yes, I was surprised. I really thought, and I don't know much about South Carolina. I know they've got a new coach in Shane Beamer. I know they're not expected to do very well in the SEC. They have SEC type of talent that we talked with Donnie Kirkpatrick about earlier today on my show. But I thought South Carolina would come to town probably around a touchdown, 5 to 7 point favorite.
I thought the same.
Maybe they do know. Yeah, maybe they do know what they're talking about.
Although I did say something about it reminds me of a few years ago. ECU loses to North Carolina A&T in the opener, and it's like doom and gloom. North Carolina's going to come here and blow us out. And the opposite happened. East Carolina whipped up on North Carolina that day at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. And before I saw the spread, I was like, hey, maybe something like that could happen. I had no idea if Vegas was kind of on that same note, thinking that could happen.
Well, there's a lot of question marks around South Carolina.
The quarterback position's the main one.
Exactly. Who's going to be their quarterback, and is it going to be a former graduate assistant coach, or is it going to be the guy that they thought was going to be their starter from day one? So I think that's a little gamesmanship there that you kind of expect. I would say the Doty kid's probably going to be the one that starts, just the way everything's coming out of South Carolina. But when you have to prepare for two, it doesn't make your job as defensive coordinator and Blake Harrell's job any easier.
Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, a question we get a lot on the fifth quarter, and I get, and I'm sure you get too, is in the backup quarterback's the most popular player on the team when the team isn't winning, and East Carolina just 0-1 this year. But you get a lot of, okay, when do we get to see Mason Garcia? When will we see him in action? What is Holton Ahlers' leash like? And I just keep saying the way the coaches were seemingly reluctant to put Mason Garcia as the backup quarterback tells me that they're still not ready to give him the reins of this team, this offense yet. And Holton Ahlers is by far their best option to win football games at quarterback. As you, have been somewhat close to the program, I mean, is that kind of the feeling you get, that they're just not ready to, that clearly Holton's the guy they think gives them the best chance to win, and Garcia just isn't really close to being that yet?
I think Mason Garcia has all the tools to be an outstanding quarterback. I think that what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing from folks is that, sometimes it takes a while for the light to come on as far as reading defenses and the game slowing down. And we saw the Navy game last year where, in talking to some of the coaches, there were receivers wide open left and right, but Mason just didn't see them because he doesn't have that experience. Now, the question is, how long do you wait before you start giving him some of that experience?
Right.
But what I can tell, at practices and in scrimmages, that he still doesn't have a real good grasp of what's going on as far as receivers, reading defenses, what to call, and that Holton does. I mean, I think in talking to Donnie today, he explained a couple of different things, and it's funny because Donnie said that he heard somebody say that the score turned out to be closer than the game really was, and I'm one of those that said that, because I thought that the game was closer to 33-9 than it was 30.
Well, I did too, just because if App State wanted to, they probably could have tagged on a couple more scores there.
Right, but when he said that, then he kind of explained, this play and this play and that play.
Yeah.
And there were some plays.
Oh, the Pirates had 2 touchdowns wiped off the board, Bailey. So I mean,
and you can't have that happen against. You can't have that happen and win a game against a team that's probably better than you are. And that's just the bottom line. I mean, you can have that happen if you're playing, Temple, like last year when Temple wasn't very good, and they've had good years. But I mean, you've got to be playing a team that you can manhandle for that to happen and not lose the game. And if you're playing someone that's marked, that's better than you are, you can't have that happen.
Bailey will be with us before the game Saturday morning on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and also do a video component for us. And in his first one, it was cool to see Brian Bailey creeping around Bank of America Stadium. And Bailey, I told you today, when you hit that tunnel and walked on the field, I love that first sight of a field. And you might want to cover your ears for a moment, but as a kid, when my dad would take me to Redskins games and I'd get that first glimpse of RFK Stadium with the paint and the seats and everything, it was just breathtaking. It was one of the most gorgeous sights my eyes have ever seen. And I don't know, it just feels like football when you walk through that tunnel and saw the turf and the paint and the stadium and everything. So I enjoyed week 1's video. We'll see what we get week 2.
Yeah, we don't know what we're going to get in week 2, but I'll tell you, I agree with you on part of that. Is that I can remember as a kid going to a Tide or Tides game and just walking up, to where the seating was, and just looking around at the field and just thinking like, man, this is awesome. Just you walk out and the lights are on and everything like that. I can remember going, basketball games and the same feeling coming up, and I really didn't think I was creating that when we did the video. I was just kind of walking through and then showing, everybody where everything was. And then, for you to say that means a lot, because actually maybe video turned out better than I thought it did. But it was really cool being there because we drove up and we had a parking pass that got us right by the gate. So literally, we weren't 100 yards from where we parked walking on the field, which was really cool.
Get to NFL in a moment, Bailey. What's going on right now in high school football? It's like a mess going on, right?
Man, let me tell you. And I started working on week 4 last night, and I started writing games down, and I thought, I've wasted so much time in the first 3 weeks that I think I'm just going to wait until about Wednesday to really start concentrating because so many games have been, canceled to COVID or postponed for COVID or moved around. And it's just been, it's really been something. It's almost like last year when we didn't play football, how I thought it was going to be last year if we had played football.
Yeah.
And last year I expected it. This year I didn't expect it, but that's how it's been so far. And it's just you just don't, from one day, you don't know, when you wake up on Friday morning, usually our schedule's set, the script is written, everything's ready to go except filling in the blocks of the videos for each game that everybody goes out and shoots. But now it's like you have to go to work Friday and find out, this team's not playing. A great example, last week we had a guy going to go to East Carteret and West Carteret. And the East Carteret game got canceled on Thursday, and the West Carteret game got canceled on Friday.
Yeah, and we were all set to go with the high school huddle with Morgan Ahlers on Friday and a Conley game on Friday, and I believe it was Friday. It was either Thursday night or Friday when we found out it was Thursday that game wasn't going to go on. So hopefully this week we'll have high school football back on our airwaves. Chandler, did y'all have a game? Whiteville? Y'all win? All right, Whiteville won last week for those that are wondering. So we'll hopefully a touchdown Friday to watch Friday night. Bailey will be covering the Pirates on Saturday. On Thursday, he'll be yelling at his TV as his Dallas Cowboys take on the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bailey, what's your Cowboys outlook this season?
Well, I'm the eternal optimist. But I did think that they had a chance in this game, and then when Zach Martin went out with COVID, he's their starting guard, and he's really good. I told you earlier, Ezekiel Elliott came out and said, "Hey, he's our best player on offense." He looked right past Zach and said, "Zach Martin is the best we've got on the offensive side of the football." So that's going to hurt them. I mean, whether or not it's going to lose the game for them, I don't know. The only hope, and I talked about this last week, Appalachian State, East Carolina. I mean, Dallas got to hope that Tampa Bay comes out with a little Super Bowl hangover, and then maybe they're kind of just enjoying life as a Super Bowl champion, and but the Cowboys really aren't known for defense, obviously, so they can't smack them in the mouth. But I think they'll be better defensively, but I'm not expecting a true miracle. But stranger things have happened.
Well, it sounds like you got Washington repeating in the NFC East after hearing all that.
No, I don't. I don't think. Although I did hear Mike Greenberg gave a great analysis of why Washington should be the favorite.
Yeah, that made me feel worse about the team somehow.
He went off and on and on about how good they were going to be, and so
I tell you what, I don't get a lot of Saturdays off, Bailey. I was locked in from noon till after midnight on Saturday, and it got me fired up for this Sunday. Just wall to wall NFL. It's that to me is like Christmas, even more so than college football Saturdays, since those are kind of work related for me.
I thought the same thing, and Saturday was fun. We went out a couple places and watched some games and went to dinner and stuff. Came out, watched the Georgia Clemson game. A lot of offense in that game, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. It is kind of funny. I watched the Penn State and Wisconsin game. Penn State had 43 yards at halftime. It was like the ugliest game ever. But then, for some reason, when Clemson and Georgia play the same game, it's more exciting than when Big Ten teams do it. I don't know why.
Yeah. It was a great game. It was fun to watch, even though it was, what was 10-3 the final? Yeah.
10-3, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and then the Notre Dame Florida State game last night. I'll admit now, I fell asleep early in the second half and woke up in overtime and watched the end of it. But no, I watched the comeback. I did see the touchdown that when they tied. What a great story that was. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, Florida State almost got that win the ACC needed. It was a rough weekend for the ACC, Bailey, and might cap it off with a rough one tonight. Louisville trying to beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss pretty big favorites in that one. But North Carolina, Clemson going down. Those were looked to be the best teams there in the ACC this year.
I mean, Virginia Tech really just outplayed North Carolina.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like I said, I thought Appalachian State was a little better than East Carolina. The better team won. North Carolina, I thought, was the better team, but Virginia Tech just outplayed them in that game, and they had the home crowd behind them, and they really played a solid football game. I had a chance, because of our high school schedule was so screwed up, I had a chance to watch most of that game trying to get everything together for Touchdown Friday. And this past week, we had more. We had as much college football on Touchdown Friday as we did high school football, so it was a little different.
Ain't it great to be talking football, Bailey, no matter the results?
The best. Oh, it's the best. I mean, it's, win or lose, where you get to watch your favorite team play, and then you get to, analyze the next week. And, it's just, I'm looking forward to watching all the games. And there's so many, players that you like to watch, and, Sundays are just, their day to just sit around and watch football, by golly. That's what we're going to do.
I cannot wait for this Sunday. As my team's got a good one against the Chargers. A lot of people think the Chargers are. Who do you got? Who's your Super Bowl this year, Bailey?
I'll be rooting for the Chargers this week.
I know you will. Don't say Bucks Chiefs. Who else? Who would you have if it's not them two?
I watched some of the people predicting things and stuff, and I do like the Chiefs in the AFC, but in the NFC, I just think it's going to be one of those teams that just gets hot and runs through the playoffs, and maybe they have a star on the helmet. Who knows?
God, no. Great non-answer there. You didn't give me anything except your Cowboys.
Give me anything at all. No, I don't see it coming from the NFC East, obviously.
Nah.
The Packers have so many internal issues, it seems, but they right now they're acting like they've got everything straight.
You could say any team from the West, and I wouldn't really bat an eye. I'm gonna say the Rams are my team this year.
Yeah, I mean that's a good. The 49ers are going to be even better, I think. I just think it's impossible to tell. It used to be like when I was a kid, you could almost pick out the two teams and you get one of them right. But these days.
Yeah, and even going back to when I was a kid in the 90s, it was Niners and then Cowboys and then Packers. Like everybody had their run, their little mini dynasty, and now it's so year to year, and that's what makes it fun, though. That's what everybody's got a shot at this thing.
Tampa Bay last year, they were getting started, and then they lost their first game, and I was one of those that they're not that good, and I really didn't think they were that good, and. What your Washington football team probably played the best game in the playoffs against them, didn't it?
They had the ball at the end of the game with a chance to tie it, send it into OT, and came up a little short.
Old Dominion boy, quarterback position.
Heck, we might see him sooner rather than later, the way Fitzpatrick plays. So,
yeah.
Oh, by the way, Old Dominion, man, they're on tough times, Bailey.
Yeah, it was bad.
You need to go give them a locker room talk or something.
We need the Pirates to get them on the schedule again.
Hey, we got them coming up. I looked it up Friday night, man. I think we signed ODU. Were you involved in that? We got them on like a lifetime deal.
Brian Bailey Bowl. Ready.
In 2031, we got them signed up for a game. Bailey, enjoyed it, man. For folks that missed the Brian Bailey show, always a fun hour with Donnie Kirkpatrick. You can hear that coming up at 6 o'clock. Great show, and we'll talk to you later on this week, Bailey.
Sounds good. We'll see you.
Thank you, man. There's Double B, Brian Bailey, joining us on the Fix NC Live line. We'll take a timeout, come back, and have more for you. Wrap up hour number 1 when we return after this.
Hello, Greenville and Pitt County. We at Pitt County Schools want you to know that we are a thriving and connected school system ready and open for all students this year. We are offering all in-person learning with limited virtual options while operating on a 5-day, full-day schedule for our 38 school campuses. Pitt County Schools offers rigorous academic opportunities such as dual language programs, STEM engagement, global education, and college readiness. We also offer competitive athletics, full support for exceptional children, and career readiness opportunities such as paid apprenticeships and unique business partnerships. Pitt County Schools is fully committed to engage, empower, and elevate every student every day. Visit our website today at pittschools.org, where you'll find our new jam-packed strategic plan, our new mission and vision, our profile of a learner, or check out our unique preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and early colleges. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student every day.
Hello folks, this is Jamie Lane with Carolina Hardscapes and Mulch. We believe that making memories with your family and friends is what life is all about. If you have a dream of having a backyard patio, fireplace, pool, walkways, fire pits, or more, then Carolina Hardscapes is the place to call at 364-1201. You can stop by our outdoor showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sugg Furniture. At Carolina Hardscapes, we look forward to making your backyard the place to be. Find us on the web at carolinahardscapesandmulch.com.
When fun finally returns, Bud Light legends don't just come back. They come roaring back, carrying a cooler full of Bud Lights, an inflatable dolphin, and those Velcro pads with the balls that stick to them. And this summer, with a cooler at their side, they're gonna make up for all the fun we've missed. Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers. Cooler up at BudLightLegends.com. Enjoy responsibly. 2021 AP Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Free Boot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Free Boot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Free Boot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure you have the best comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Flea Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Flea Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Flea Feet has the tools and technology to get you on the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us on Greenville Boulevard in the public shopping center right near the stadium. Be sure to run with us on Facebook and Instagram. Flea Feet, we run for you. Go Pirates!
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere, it doesn't matter. I know this, I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, we'll wrap up hour number 1. Coming up in hour 2, Rajay Harris, Tyler Snead at 4 o'clock. Xavier Smith, Bruce Bivens at around 4:25. So stick around for that. Holton Ahlers, CJ Johnson coming up in hour 3 of today's show as part of our Pirate Radio Players Lounge on a Monday. Let me hit the rest of the college football week 1 recaps. We last left you at Brian Kelly's poor joke delivery after Notre Dame's win over Florida State. Let's look at the championship contenders. We already talked about Oklahoma, and they really had to do all they could to hold off Tulane from a massive upset on Saturday, but Oklahoma gets the win. Ohio State kind of played with their food a little bit on Thursday night, but were able to win 45-31. Big second half as they were actually trailing at halftime in that game at Minnesota 14-10, but they rolled up 35 in the second half. They won at 41-35 over the Gophers. And then your other championship contenders. Two of them faced off in Charlotte. Bailey talked about it a moment ago. A defensive struggle as Georgia just controlled the lines of scrimmage and were able to smother Clemson. Give Clemson credit, too. Their defense, they didn't allow an offensive touchdown. It all came down to a pick six. That was the difference as Georgia beat Clemson in the Duke's Mayo Classic, Part 2 on Saturday night. So Georgia with the big win there. For Clemson, do they still have a shot to make a playoff? I mean, I say, yeah, I think they can run through all the rest of their games and still have themselves in a position to get to a playoff depending on what happens. Like if Oklahoma, Georgia, so let's say Georgia runs the table and so does Alabama, and they play in the SEC championship, the loser of that game is still top four, right? Or am I wrong?
Do we not agree?
Two undefeated teams, Alabama, Georgia play each other. The loser probably still goes to the playoff. That's what I'm saying.
That Georgia front the other night was just unstoppable.
Yeah.
The quarterback for Clemson, I still am trying to learn his name.
DJ.
Yeah, I'll just go with DJ. He was under pressure, it seemed like, all night. And, the most exciting play of that game was the pick six, and really was the only score of the night. But that, if you're a defensive person, if you're a defensive guy and you love defense, that was the game for you because it was nonstop all night. But it was a good game, but I'd rather see those fireworks.
Here's a nightmare scenario for Luke Fickell. Alabama, Georgia are in. They both go undefeated during the regular season, and because I don't think they play each other during the regular season, and the loser still goes to the playoff. Oklahoma goes undefeated. They go to the playoff. You got one-loss Clemson versus undefeated Cincinnati. Who goes in? One-loss Clemson. Life ain't fair. But there is a scenario I see playing out here week one. Even if Cincinnati beats Notre Dame, beats Indiana, rolls the American, and they still could get left out at the end of the year. All right, and now for the remainder of the weekend, a couple other notes. Oh, Skip Holtz, big lead against Mississippi State, and they blow it. And Mississippi State, Mike Leach and company, come out with a win in Starkville as Skip and Tech blew a huge fourth quarter lead. I think they at one point had scored like 30-some unanswered points, and then they give up 20-some unanswered points. It was a weird game, but in the end, it was Mississippi State winning 35-34, outscoring Louisiana Tech 21-3 in the fourth quarter. Also, we saw Friday night. How about the madhouse at Lane Stadium? Virginia Tech fans were rocking.
Enter Sandman.
And, man, they knock off North Carolina in a defensive struggle as Sam Howell's Heisman hopes took a hit there on Friday.
I really like your tweet of enter old man.
That was a good tweet.
That was good.
That was a good tweet. And how about our old friends in Connecticut, UConn?
Oh,
they lose.
Randy Edsel said, "I am done."
They lost to Holy Cross. Holy Cross on Saturday. Randy Edsel says, "I'm stepping down after the season." He's out of there. Did you see the clip of one of their coaches on the sidelines? He was doing the speech. He had the players huddled around him. This is when they were down by 10 in the fourth quarter. And he's barking out instructions, says something. He's like, all right, everybody, puts the hand up.
Nobody did.
Huskies on 3. 1, 2, 3. Nobody moved. It is a perfect picture, a perfect video of what's going on right now in UConn. The fans don't care. The players don't care. I don't know how much Randy Edsel cares anymore. He still gets his bonuses for bogus incentives he's got in his contract, so he's doing well. Nobody cares. They are ready for basketball season with Danny Hurley now that they're back in the Big East. All right, let's take a time out. We'll come back when we return. Part 1 of our Players Lounge. Rajay Harris, East Carolina running back, and Tyler Snead, ECU wide receiver, will join me. That's on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We're back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in ENC. Open 7 days a week. Plus, the Buck has live music every night, along with football. The Buck has a brand new 15-foot 4K screen, the only one in Greenville, and over 18 big screens with all your college and pro action. Sunday Fun Day will also be stocked with the biggest Bloody Mary and Mimosa bar, along with the NFL Sunday Ticket and food trucks out back. Check out the Buccaneer Music Hall, open every day noon until 2 a.m. with live music every night, and now football and food trucks during the day.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique brew pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer.
Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
UBE is excited to offer the Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgating supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town and is your one-stop shop for all things ECU. Daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, Under Armour, and a fresh new ladies selection. And the young Pirates can plunder in the Crow's Nest, which is the only kid store dedicated to ECU in the nation. Plenty of free parking, and you can visit online at pirateware.com. They're geared up and ready to see you for football this season. Go Pirates!
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients. Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road across from Plant and Sea, Cuccinellas.com, and on Facebook and Instagram.
Hey Pirate fans, your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials is Shimmer Boutique. Need some purple and gold to wear? Shimmer has a great selection of clothing for men, women, and children. Need some shoes? Shimmer has the best selection of Hey Dudes around. Need a cooler for tailgating? Shimmer has you covered with a huge selection of Yeti and outdoor accessories. Shimmer, just 1 minute from the stadium on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville and Jacksonville. Find us online at shimmerboutiqueonline.com. Go Pirates!
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington has a great selection of pre-owned inventory, and they're stocking more used cars, trucks, and SUVs every day. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has everything from coupes, convertibles, small and large SUVs, diesel and gas heavy-duty trucks. And hey, they'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from them. Go to WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com to browse the new and used inventory, and go check out their service department. They're your local dealer for custom lift kits, wheels, tires, and accessories on all makes and models. And Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is your certified rough country dealer and can uplift your next vehicle with one of several Washington off-road packages. A great selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at just $5,000, a top-notch service department, and a beautiful facility makes the drive to Washington totally worth it. Remember, you don't have to buy a car from them. They'll buy your car right now. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that'll be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, time to go inside the Players Lounge. Coming up later on in this hour, we'll hear from Xavier Smith and Bruce Bibbins at 5 o'clock. Troy D and I will talk to ECU quarterback Holton Ahlers at 5:30. CJ Johnson, Pirate wide receiver, will join us. But right now, you'll hear my interview with Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead. Had them inside the Pirate Radio studios earlier this afternoon, and here's how that sounded. All right, in the studio now with Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead. East Carolina coming off a season-opening loss to Appalachian State. Got South Carolina coming up this Saturday at noon. Guys, good to see you again. How you guys doing?
Hey, great, man. Great.
Welcome back to the studio, and we'll start with just your overall thoughts on Thursday night. Ran into a good team, hung with them for a while, but came up short. So, Rajay, what did you think about the season opener as a whole?
I was very excited. This year's kind of like my freshman year all over again, with fans. So was very excited to see fans out there. But, we played a good App State team. So we knew that one was going into it. But, we just got to finish.
Tyler, you're a marked man now. Defenses are going to be keying in on you. Did you notice that from game one Thursday night?
A little bit. They switched up what we were used to seeing a little bit, just little tweaks and stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, it's still my job to get open and try and get the ball. So I'll have to do a better job going in this week.
Kind of joking here, Tyler, you're on pace to set some records here at East Carolina, but Rajay, you had the same amount of catches and more receiving yards than Tyler Snead, so you might want to frame this box score and use it on Tyler in the future.
Man,
He's dual threat, man. He's dual threat.
Well, that was one of the big positives. Obviously, Keaton had the long catch and run for a touchdown, but Rajay, your 4 catches, 56 yards, getting you guys involved out of the backfield, that was certainly a pleasant sight there on Thursday night.
Oh, yeah, man. Every day we do pat and go, which is routes on the air. And, I take advantage of it every day because I want to be a versatile back, not just a back that can just run out the backfield, but catch out the backfield and everything.
8 carries for you, 4 for Keaton. I didn't realize that. I watched the game. I didn't realize until we got a call after the game that number is pretty low. Is that just kind of a game flow thing? Like when you look at the box score and you say, man, only 8 carries, that's kind of a weird feeling, right?
Yeah, it didn't feel like it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
The coaches got to do what they got to do. We just thought that the passing game was there better than the run, so we just had to keep it going.
And Tyler, that 4 catches for you, a pretty low number, but especially the 27 yards, something that you, Holton, Donnie K, Mike Houston, all going to get together and work on. What did they do specifically to take you and I guess CJ out of the game as well with just 3 catches for him?
Yeah, I think they blitzed a lot, which made the quick game. We had to get the ball out quick, and they did a good job of putting in different coverages, trapping some guys. So they had a good scheme. They're a good football team, but like I said, I got to do a better job of getting open and recognizing that earlier, so I can get the ball.
As fans, as viewers of the game, like I'm a Washington fan, I still think back to plays from like 2001 where we could have done this and gone to the playoffs. As players, you have to get over it so fast, and I'm wondering, how do you do that after a Ahlers run that sets up 1st and goal that gets called back? How do you do that after a Hail Mary that gets called an interception? You guys have to snap out of it so quick. Tyler, is that difficult to do? You have to do it, but how difficult is it?
When you're out there on the field, obviously you see the flag and it's like, man, but it's always that next play mentality. So, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it after that. It's more, you get over it there quick, but after the game you look back on it, that's when it's more like, man, like give me 24 hours to let it digest, stuff like that, and then, get past that.
Rajay, I'm sure you've had a run or two where you broke it off, talking a little junk, look back and see a flag, and man. But we saw that a few times the other night, and how about for you? How tough is that to move on quickly?
Yeah, like Tyler said, after the game, you think about it more. When you're in the game, it's just like short-term memory. So, just like he said, it's just after the game, it's just on your mind.
Do you guys feel like the things that went bad Thursday night are fixable problems? How much have you watched of the film and can move forward on that?
I still believe that we beat ourselves. You know, it was too many mistakes against a good team, and you can't have too many mistakes versus an App State or a South Carolina team. It's just, you can't.
And Tyler, you said something earlier. They were doing different things than you saw on film. What's that chess match like in a game when you go back to the sidelines and say, "Hey, they're not doing what we saw. Now we have to adjust." What's that like?
Yeah, you know, it's our job to go on the sideline after we see that and tell the coaches. You always got to adjust, whether it be the middle of the game. You know, what you see on film can always be different than what they actually do. Especially you have a guy like CJ, you know, different threats in there. So, you know, they did have a good scheme for us. We knew they were going to trap, but they did at times where, you know, it was just smart football. So, you know, we got to get past that. We got to adjust.
So my Saturdays when you guys play, I do a 4-hour pregame show leading up to y'all's game. I do the call-in show after the game. So I got the TV on. I'm able to watch football, but having a Saturday off, I watched in my chair, you know, from noon to after midnight college football. How about you guys with a Saturday with no football? Did you get away from it, or did you guys watch football?
I was relaxing at first. I had watched the Bama and Miami game, and I watched the Clemson game, and I was just like, man.
So you watched a little bit.
Yeah, man. I was just, you know, trying to just not stress about the game as much. You know, watch film in between the games, halftime, and just, you know, get away from the app game and just release my mind.
Tyler, how about you?
Yeah, no, that game's still in my mind, but I did watch football all day. You know, that's probably the only Saturday we'll get to do that.
Right.
So, yeah, I watched Oklahoma, Tulane, Bama, Miami, all those games, Clemson, Georgia. So, you know, it was a good day for me.
Rajay, you talk about watching film. Is that something you can now do, like on your own at your apartment or whatever? How do you go about watching?
I got the app on my phone. You know, all my free time. You know, I'm just laying around, sitting around. I just pull my phone out, watch film, try to get the ups on my opponent.
Rajay, we saw you talking a little bit. The cameras caught you talking to some App State guys. Maybe not as much as CJ does, but what's that part of the game like? Is that something to kind of fire you up? Is that about, you know, having fun on the field? How much talking do you do as a running back?
You know, I like to have fun. Yeah. You know, when I find the defense mad, I like to say little slick things at them to throw them off their game. Because once you start talking to me and, you know, worrying about me, you're not worrying about your assignment. So you know, you got to say a little something every now and then.
How about you, Tyler? Are you talking to the DBs, linebackers?
Sometimes. I like to talk.
Oh yeah, all in good fun, right?
Make it quick. You got nobody notices when I do it.
You don't want the refs to hear, probably too, right? Trying to be sneaky about it. Tyler, I didn't get a chance to talk to you leading up to the season. I do want to go back to your debut. I was in the press box, and they give us these giant cards with names and numbers, like the roster and everything on it. And you were out there catching balls, and your name literally was not on ECU's roster. I was tweeting about, who the hell is this dude out here? And the only person that responded was Brandon Simmons, former ECU running back who knew you from high school.
Yes, sir.
And he was like, that's Tyler Snead. I was like, who's Tyler Snead? You know, can you take us back to that day and like leading up to that day? Did you know that game in particular was like going to be your moment to make some plays?
Well, they had told me I've been on the scout team for basically the whole season, and you know, I think there were some injuries that year, and so they told me, you know, I need to learn the plays for this week. Like, we're gonna see how practice goes, and I had a pretty good week of practice. So then, leading up to the game, like going to the hotel, receivers coach Gaither at the time had told me, like, yeah, like, you can get some playing time in there. You know, I didn't know how much to believe it, but no, he said I really was, and so, you know, I went in there and I just tried to do my best.
And I think you did. And since then, you've been in every single game. I mean, you made the most of your opportunity. And Rajay, we can say similarly the same about you, although we knew at least a little bit about you heading into the season opener last year. But with guys like Penix and Hayden and even, you know, Mooney, I think was the leading rusher the previous year, we didn't know a lot about you and Keaton, and kind of a similar story. You got the ball and took advantage of your opportunity.
That's exactly what I did. You know, going into that week, I really didn't know how much I was going to play. You know, I was just, you know, I really started doubting myself, you know, what I shouldn't have did. But I started doubting myself until the game started. And I was just like, man, I'm here. I got to take the most of my opportunity. So I got in. It was like the second drive. I got in, and I started feeling good. Like I can do this. So I started putting faith into myself, and then I struck out, and I was just like, I'm here for a reason.
Tyler, you've seen Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, maybe not at its full best, but with a great atmosphere with fans, the purple haze. How do you describe that? Because Rajay's going to be seeing it for the first time on Saturday.
I think he's just got to see it for himself. I can't really describe it. It's better than what I would describe it as. UNC my freshman year, that was a pretty bad game. But this one's supposed to have a lot of people. This might be the most I've seen, so I'm excited for it.
You guys have South Carolina on the clock. They had an impressive win to start their season against Eastern Illinois. So how much have you dove into them, Rajay? And I guess this one's got a little special meaning for you, right?
Yeah, it's special. Me and Snead was just talking about it out there. I know a couple guys, about 10, 12 guys on the team. So, I know a lot of the staff as well. Just growing up in South Carolina, either South Carolina or Clemson is your team. So
who's yours?
Yeah, I was a South Carolina fan. I was a South Carolina fan, but I've been watching film a lot lately, especially on South Carolina, because I'm trying to lead the App State in the past, but I'm just ready for another opportunity.
So I guess you grew up, during the Spurrier days when they were winning games?
Yeah,
or who was
Marcus Lattimore.
Yeah,
people like that.
Good teams there.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler, what did you see from their defense in their victory? I mean, they shut out Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, no, they look good. They did have a shutout. Their defense, they're good SEC team, but we're excited for it. It's another opportunity, like he said, just 1 week at a time. You got to flush last week and move forward to this week, and we're looking forward to it on Saturday.
Sounds like you guys have done this, but is it difficult to? I mean, you put in all that work, starting with winter workouts into spring ball, into fall camp, and to lose the opener. But that's one of 12, potentially one of 13 or 14, depending on how many you win. Can you put that behind you and say, man, all our goals are still out there in front of us, Rajay?
Going into the winter workouts, we all had a plan. We all still have the bowl game in mind. Like, nobody's undoubted. Like, everybody's more motivated than ever, actually. Yeah. We took that 1L, and we're not looking to lose no more. So this week is going to be a big week for us.
Tyler, you agree with that? You're kind of re-motivated, maybe even motivated even more?
Yeah, after the game, 24-hour rule, what some people call it, but that's your 24 hours to get over it, kind of, and when that's up, you just look forward to next week, which is what we're doing now. And like you said, we have 12, 13, 14 games, hopefully, so that's just one. So now we got to move forward from that.
How unique are different defenses that you face? Like, is App State completely different than South Carolina? Is it anything similar? Are you guys having to install new stuff this week? How similar and different is it week to week?
You're going to always have to install new things for different teams, but it's not that much different. We don't see a lot of defenses, but they're all not alike, but very similar.
And Tyler, you do have game film from South Carolina game one, which is important. Kind of tough to judge a team when they have a new coaching staff, right? Like Shane Beamer coming in.
Right. No, it's like he said, they're not completely different, but they're not the same either. Every team might run different, have little tweaks in it, and obviously there's different players. So, the players can play a big role in those. And, South Carolina's got a lot of good players, so I'm excited for this Saturday.
NFL Week 1 coming up, guys. I don't know how much you're going to be able to watch it or follow it, but who are your teams, Rajay? We'll start with you. Do you have a team, or are you more of a...
I actually do. I like the 49ers. I was a big Frank Gore fan, big Cap.
They got a shot this year.
Yeah, we got
to get the quarterback right.
Shout out to Debo, man, from the city.
Oh, that's right, Debo Samuel is South Carolina. Are you Trey Lance or Jimmy G? You got to be Lance, right?
I like Lance. I ain't gonna lie. I like Lance. Jimmy G just had to step up, really. I like Lance going into the season.
Snead, who's your squad?
You said you like Washington. I'm a Cowboy.
Cowboy? Oh,
yeah. Dak, man.
Cowboys.
Thursday night against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Prime time.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys can be the champions like we were last year in the NFC East.
Every year, that's what we think. So,
how about them Cowboys? So you and Mike Houston have a lot to talk. Donnie K's a Washington fan like me.
Oh man.
So yeah, maybe that's why you only got 4 catches the other night.
No.
Cowboys and Bucks coming up Thursday night. We'll have that one here for you on Pirate Radio. Our pregame coverage begins 8 a.m. Saturday morning. What's that? That 7:30 kickoff, you got a lot of time to waste that day. How about a noon kickoff? What's your day like on Saturday? When's it begin?
Early mornings.
6 a.m.
Early mornings, yeah. Yeah, you be tired,
I like those better though. I like the night games. You in high school, you see them, you're like, man, they're playing under the lights. But waiting all day,
to play,
it's different now that you're actually like in it. But I like waking up early and getting straight to it.
Good deal. Well, you guys will be doing that on Saturday against South Carolina. Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead joining us here today inside the Players Lounge. Guys, good luck, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
There is East Carolina running back Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead inside the Players Lounge. Had a chance to talk to those guys earlier today as they try to get past the Week 1 loss and look ahead to South Carolina. This is an important game for Rajay Harris as he grew up in South Carolina, a Gamecocks fan and overlooked by the Gamecocks. We've seen these stories before. He'll now try to run on the Gamecocks coming up on Saturday. Troy D here in the Pirate Radio studios, and good to catch up with those guys. And you're not going to see many games where Rajay Harris has as many catches and more receiving yards than Tyler Snead.
Yeah.
We saw that on Thursday.
Kind of an anomaly, you would think. But anything's possible. But it was definitely a stat I would not have predicted.
Yeah, we'll see Snead, I would think, more involved in the game coming up this Saturday against the Gamecocks. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back, and we will hear from a couple of Pirate linebackers, Xavier Smith and Bruce Bivens, get their thoughts on the Week 1 loss and look ahead to South Carolina. That's on the way when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Pirate Nation, your ECU football team is getting ready for another season, and they need you inside Downey-Picklen Stadium. Football season tickets are on sale now, and great seats are still available. Come out and watch your Pirates take on SEC opponent South Carolina, preseason top 10 Cincinnati, and many more. Season tickets start at just $99 and can be purchased online at ECUPirates.com or over the phone at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. Buy yours today, and let's bring back Rowdy Downey. Go Pirates!
Introducing Tommy Club, the best car wash value anywhere. Starting at just $19.99 a month, you can wash your car as often as you like, and also take advantage of our express lanes exclusively for Tommy Club members. You can enjoy a gentle belt conveyor ride to a spot-free shine faster and as often as you like when you're a member of Tommy Club. Plus, our vacuums and mat washers are always free. We're Tommy's Express.
Tommy's Express Wash, now open on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road in Greenville.
In a world of fake profiles, fake tans, and fake flavors, naturally flavored Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer strives for realness. It's USDA certified organic, with no sugar or carbs, and only 80 calories. So the only thing touching your taste buds is organic, refreshing, and delicious. Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. As real as it tastes. Enjoy responsibly. Not a low-calorie food. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Organic Seltzer. IRC Beer. St. Louis, Missouri 63118.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 8 to 10 for the Golf Shop Radio Show. Hosts Mark Greenhelds and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're gonna love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Come pop a top this ECU football season at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday, or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hi, this is Todd Mitchum with Mercer Glass, Eastern North Carolina's most complete glass company. Mercer Glass specializes in windows, shower doors, auto glass, and mirrors. We can install or repair almost anything made of glass in your home or business. So give us a call at Mercer Glass. That's 752-5101. That's 752-5101.
At West Park Motor Company, customer satisfaction is the #1 goal while offering a wide range of cars, trucks, and SUVs at very competitive prices. Shop online at westparkmotorcompany.com right now to get started. Looking to sell your vehicle? Call West Park for a free appraisal. West Park is willing to pay more for your car or truck than the next dealer. West Park Motor Company with locations in Greenville and Washington and proud courtesy car dealer for the Pirates for over a decade. Go Pirates!
This is Mike Houston, head football coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, rolling right along on a Monday. Just heard from Rajay Harris and Tyler Snead. Still upbeat that they can turn this thing around. Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith also thinking there are brighter days ahead, but you could tell when I talked to those guys earlier, they were still upset about losing that season opener to Appalachian State. And let's hear that conversation right now. Xavier Smith and Bruce Bivens dropped by the Pirate Radio studios earlier this afternoon, and here's that chat. Here inside the Pirate Radio studios in the Players Lounge with a couple of Pirate linebackers, Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith. Pirates coming off a 33-19 loss to Appalachian State. South Carolina on the clock Saturday at noon. Guys, welcome back. How you doing today?
Doing good. Good to be back.
Bruce?
I'm doing fine.
You guys, not your chipper selves that we saw in the preseason. Still a little upset about what happened the other night?
Yeah, for sure. We got to correct some things defensively. I know I can do some things better, so we just got to keep working.
Right. I feel the same way. I mean, it's obviously some things that I can do better too to, help the unit out, and hopefully we come out victorious.
Fans and viewers, it takes us a while to get over stuff. Like, I still think back to Washington plays that happened in 2005 in a playoff game. We could have won. Like, players, you guys have to get over it so fast. Like, how difficult is that to do? Like, play to play, but also game to game, week to week. How quickly do you got to move on to the next one?
I mean, it's important to move on as soon as something bad happens, because it's in the past. There's nothing we can do about it. So, me personally, I just try to let it stay there. It's not about forget about it. Learn your lessons and just move on. Control what you can control. There's nothing you can do about it now. You just got to make the corrections and come ready to play better next week.
Yeah, that's a good point, Bruce. You gotta move on, but also you have to look back and see what you can improve on, right? So is that part of getting in the film room and everything?
Right. I feel like the saying, life goes on, that you can kind of use that in football too, because it's okay, yeah, we took a loss, but we could use it as motivation. Whatever we need to do, the little things to fix that to help us come out victorious next time. So yeah, I kind of use it as motivation, and I'm pretty sure our team is doing the same thing.
Let's talk about what went right on Thursday night. And I know in particular, coming out of the locker room, you guys had just had that call go against you, that Hail Mary that would have got you right back in the game. Defense takes the field, gets a stop immediately, gives the ball back to the offense. So you guys were still into it there in the second half, and despite some calls and things going against you, you were still in that ball game.
Yeah, I mean, they're a good football team, but we're a good football team too. So we can't be mad because we faced a good opponent. It's not like we placed not a bad team, but we played a team that's gonna win a lot of games this year. So and their experienced bunch. So we just, like I said, we just got to make the corrections we have. It's the first game. The biggest improvement is from the first to the second game. So we just got to go back and keep working, keep grinding.
Right, that's the only thing we can do. I mean, yes, like Xavier said, they were a great opponent, and they did capitalize on some of our mistakes, and some calls did go against us. But like we got to put it in the rearview mirror and look forward. So,
Xavier, how much time did you spend end and linebacker? You know, what was the ratio like for you on Thursday?
I played mostly rush that game. I did have a few snaps at linebacker, but I think like the game plan was more for me to stay at rush primarily that game, and that's just how it played out.
You're comfortable either way at this point?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. And Bruce, personally, you know, what did you do well? What did you need to do better from Thursday night? What did you see from your tape?
I mean, just fixing little details like far my linebacker play, like the simple stuff, first steps and stuff in that nature. I mean, that's pretty much it for me.
We talked to Tyler and Rajay, and they said that their defense was doing some things they had not seen on film previously to get it ready for that game. How about App State's offense? Did they do anything different than what you had seen, or did they just execute what they do well?
I mean, I feel like they're a good football team. They executed, you know, what they did well. Yeah. You know, they're a well coached bunch, and I mean, and we played against a well coached team. So I mean, like we just gotta work on us pretty much. I mean, there's not too much we could do now, but we just gotta work on us.
Yeah, just like going off of what he said, they are a great opponent, but at the same time, we left plays on the field. There's some things defensively we could have did better to position the team in a better situation. I know we have to I don't know, it's tough looking back and then seeing the little things that could have made a big difference in the ball game. Like if you just take the first right step right here, how the play could have been different if you would have just fit your right gap, how it could have been a sack or things like that. So we just got to focus on the little things, the execution standpoint, because when we play the good teams, we got a hard schedule this year, and the good teams are going to capitalize off your mistakes. So you have to try to minimize those as much as possible, make the team actually beat you and not you beat yourself.
Talking to Xavier Smith and Bruce Bivens. Bruce, how tough is it when you take on a team that goes with tempo and you got to be ready to go right when the previous play ends, and that's something that you're going to see probably a lot of this season?
I mean, it's not nothing that I can't handle or any of my teammates can handle. I mean, we just got to embrace the challenge and just carry on with it.
South Carolina coming to town. The Shane Beamer's being a little bit coy with who's going to be a starting quarterback. So you guys maybe won't know until the end of the week. But how much does that matter? I mean, your base defense going to stay the same, right? No matter who the quarterback is.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't play. Obviously we care who plays, but our fundamentals don't change. The game plan doesn't change. Do what we have to do what we're coached to do. Fundamentally sound, execute, play as together, play as a unit. Communication is key, and when all those are clicking, I feel like it doesn't really matter who's in the game if you're doing your job.
Right, like he said, we just got to focus on us. I mean, yeah, they having quarterback problems or they trying to figure out who their quarterback is, but we're just going to focus on us and do what we have to do to make sure everything is clicking on all cylinders.
They rolled up 46 on Eastern Illinois. This kind of goes back to what you guys were talking about. You guys played a potential top 25 team. They played a team that is certainly not the caliber of App State. So how much do you take away from their first game and what South Carolina was able to do?
I mean, we are really going to watch the film today. I haven't really watched much film as much as right now. I'm just getting my body back, getting mentally right, preparing for this week. So we haven't really dive that deep into their game plan. I know the coaches have, but us as players, we're just trying to get ready for school. We had to come back Thursday and then class Friday. So me, I'm just taking a deep breath, and I feel like it's important to do that sometimes and just take a step back and just get your thoughts back.
Right. Like he said, I mean, I did take a little peek at the game or whatever. They have some guys. We have some guys too. So I mean, I mean, they're in the SEC, obviously, so we're going to be playing a pretty good team. So, I mean, we just got to do what we got to do.
On Saturday, when you had a game day off on Saturday, I watched wall-to-wall football. How about you guys? Did you get away from it, Xavier, or did you watch some college football? What did you do on Saturday?
Oh, no, I watched a lot of college football and then hung out with some friends later on in the day. Just like taking a step back, just a mental refresh, you know, just get away from it. You know, I love football, obviously, so I watched a couple games and just watching a couple players see what they do, like how they approach and seeing the energy and just find the ways to try to take that with me and bring it to this team, just trying to make the team better overall.
Bruce, how was your Saturday?
Right. I kind of did take a major step back to refresh my mind and stuff like that. I did watch a little bit of football, but I just kind of hung out and just enjoyed my day.
Bruce, there was a play, I think it was in the first half, pretty early in the game, where I guess it was Peoples. It was one of the App State running backs runs through, and you stick him pretty good. And I'm sure he was feeling it. But how about you? I mean, he's a pretty big back, a bigger back than you see on normal weeks. What was it like going toe to toe with that guy?
He was a little bit bigger than what we thought he was. He's a kind of taller guy, kind of like Tulsa's running back. He's kind of tall and big. Those type of running backs are probably a little bit harder to tackle because they're not compact. They longer guys. But I mean, he was a pretty solid guy. I mean, I was me personally, I'm always up to the challenge. So I mean, it was a pretty cool experience.
Do you guys feel it day one after game one of a football game? You talked about getting physically right, Xavier. How do you feel that next day after that first contact in 8 months?
I mean, it's I'm not saying I'm used to it, but I've been through it so many times. I know the steps I had to take to get my body right for the next week. So just focusing on that, getting in the ice tub, stretching constantly, just the little things that make a big difference down the stretch.
So, Bruce, at this point, maybe the freshmen are feeling it more than you upperclassmen?
Yeah. Kind of like Xavier said, we kind of know how to, bounce back from that, and yeah, we know how to bounce back from it and take care of our bodies and stuff like that. Pretty experienced from doing that.
I asked the other two guys in here earlier, Tyler and Rajay, about you work so hard, winter workout, spring ball, fall camp, leading up to the first game, and you drop that game, but it's one of 12. You got so much ahead of you. You got all your goals still out there. So is that easy for you guys to say, all right, we're 0-1, but we can still go 11-1? How do you move on from that, Xavier, and get ready for the next one?
I mean, control what you control. The games is done with. We had some things we could have made better. We made some plays. We missed some plays. They capitalized off some of our plays. So it's just and we had the crowd back. So there was a lot of emotions going on. I know for the younger guys who hasn't had that before, it's easy to get sidetracked and forget your responsibility. So it's a new experience for some of us, and we just have to take the lessons that we learned from that game and just implement them for the future games.
Elijah Morse had a moment of honesty with me on media day. I was like, what's it going to be like with the crowd in Charlotte? And he was like, yeah, I might kind of be nervous, actually. And because you guys just hadn't had that in so long. Bruce, what was that atmosphere like for you?
Man, it was great. It felt great to, have a crowd and stuff like that. It's just, electrifying. You could just feel that energy when you're on the field, especially in that big stadium, and it was kind of packed. So it was pretty cool. I missed that.
And now everybody's going to be on your side this time, coming up Saturday. Xavier, how excited are you to run out there, Purple Haze band playing, and you're actually going to have some fans that are cheering you on?
Yeah, that's definitely exciting for me, but I'm just trying to focus on getting me better right now. That's the most important thing for me. I'm trying to figure out ways to make this team better, make my guys, feel better out there on the field. So, I love Pirate Nation. I love the fans. You guys mean so much. But, at the same time, you can't let that affect you and take you out your game. So I try to, minimize the noise and keep a level head through it all. But when it's time to make plays, I definitely feel that it's definitely exciting to me and creates memories I won't forget. So I just take it for what it is and try to not let that take me out of my game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, look, the defense, it kind of charges up the whole place, because when you're on offense, you want everybody to be quiet. When you're on defense, that's when it's a party. And hopefully it'll be that way on Saturday for you guys, Bruce.
Yes, sir.
What's a noon kickoff how is it different for you than a night kickoff? A lot of waiting around for a night game. How about Saturday? What's the schedule? What time's your day begin on Saturday?
I mean, pretty early. I mean, like the difference between a night game and, obviously an early game, like everything's like a lot more faster. You ain't got time to like sit around and stuff like that. You have to be ready from the previous day to wake up the next morning early to get the day started to, get ready for that football game. So
is it tougher to sleep the night before knowing it's coming? Like when I get up, it's go time. Yeah. How about for you, Xavier? What's that Friday night for you? Can you sleep good, or you got the butterflies going, or what?
I mean, there's like always that little nervous butterflies feeling, but like I've been through this so many times. Like it's all about mental. Like I mentally prepare for it, so it's like I got to get to bed early. Like if I don't, like this could have an effect on the game. So like I said, I just try to like prioritize what's important and like try to place myself in the best position for success.
All right, guys. East Carolina, South Carolina going at it at noon. We'll be here with you 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, getting you ready for the kickoff. And look, you guys are going to study South Carolina. You got a week of practice coming up. But Bruce, any like keys for your defense? Like, what will you be keying in on this Saturday?
I mean, just keying on what I could. I mean, honestly, just working within the scheme and do what I got to do to execute that at the highest level I can, and making sure my teammates do the same thing. So,
all right, Bruce, Xavier, good luck to you guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
All right, there are a couple of Pirate linebackers inside the Players Lounge, Bruce Bivens and Xavier Smith, hoping for better results Saturday when they take on South Carolina at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. A lot of line movement on that game. East Carolina now a favorite in that football game, which has got a lot of Pirate fans surprised, which should be no surprise because it seems like we're surprised by a line every week, every time it comes out. We were all shocked by the App State line when that first came out. That's too high.
I don't know if I was shocked by that. I was shocked more by this line for South Carolina.
You've been shocked, Troy, by the A&T line, the James Madison line. We all have. You don't have to pretend like you knew. I mean, you had East Carolina winning the game on Saturday.
I did.
So you weren't shocked that they were double-digit favorites?
Not necessarily, no, because I knew App's a good team. I was a little stunned when the line flipped on some, and it depends where you're looking, too. It's been kind of crazy movement on this thing, but I thought East Carolina, and I was talking to Brian Bailey about this earlier today, would have been probably a 7-point underdog coming in this game.
I agree, and I wish they were. I would like the Pirates' chances more, although now Vegas knows what they're doing. I mean, this should make Pirate fans feel really good about the game on Saturday.
I also think it's motivating to the Gamecocks, where those guys can coach say, hey, look, they don't even think you can beat East Carolina.
I mean, that is a huge slap in the face to South Carolina to be 2-point underdogs to ECU, for sure.
Yeah, if you look at their first game and you look at our first game.
Well, but they played
Eastern Illinois.
Yeah.
Well, and they might be thinking we're a nobody. And until we start winning, we've got to.
That would be a good thing.
I hope so. I hope they overlook us.
They're a nobody, but we're underdogs. Do we get motivated or not? Now they're confused, so ECU will win on Saturday. There's my thinking. They are all mixed up, don't know what to do. Chandler, what is this? Let's take a timeout. We'll come back.
I read one article online. And it said South Carolina, their season opener, throttled East Carolina. I'm like, God, now they don't. First of all, half the people call us Eastern Carolina. Now they don't even know what team we are.
Wow.
They put East Carolina instead of Eastern Illinois.
Or is that like that TV show where that one guy got the headlines in advance and tried to prevent a murder from happening? Is the game already over? We just don't know it yet? Now I'm nervous.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. All right, let's take a time out. Come back. We'll wrap up hour number 2 when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Other food delivery apps charge surprise fees, but Domino's is giving away $50 million worth of surprise frees, like free pizza, lava cakes, or cheesy bread when you order delivery online. And we found some unique ways to get the word out.
Like shouting from the rooftop! Free cheesy! Screaming it!
We even called Paul Revere.
Free lava cakes are coming!
Order delivery online and you could get a surprise free from Domino's. No purchase necessary. Open U.S. residents 13 and up through 11/21/21. Odds of winning are 1 in 14. See rules at surprisefrees.domino's.com for free entry, blackout dates, restrictions, and details.
Hello, this is Talbot Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. Now's the time to take advantage of the opportunity to buy more home or refinance your current mortgage at historically low rates. The combination of our local team's experience and Angel Oak's wide offerings of products from standard conventional, government, and portfolio loans has something for most financial situations. For more information, call Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, or Wanda Hager at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Now that life is returning to normal, we have found a lot of good things that came from the pandemic. One of them is not having to go to the wireless store anymore. The Cellular Warehouse team has been in the business of delivering phones to your home and office for 20 years. People found out about our free delivery service and love the ease of getting a new phone, tablet, or hotspot. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 so you can start experiencing the joy of never going to a wireless store again. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
In studio with Gloria from Kinetic Physical Therapy. Gloria, what is cryotherapy?
Cryotherapy is when your body is exposed to extremely cold but therapeutic temperatures for several minutes. It has many benefits, including decreased pain, decreased inflammation, increased energy, and improved overall wellness. That's why at Kinetic Physical Therapy and Wellness, we offer a wide variety of services, including cryotherapy. So whether you're an athlete or whether you just want to give your health a boost, cryotherapy will help to ensure that you're feeling great and living well. So come chill with us and you'll be back for more.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
This is CJ Johnson, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-292-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Barack.
Alrighty, back with you, wrapping up hour 2 of today's show. Coming up in hour 3, Holton Ahlers will join Troy D&I on the Fixed NC Live line. Also, planning to hook up with Pirate receiver CJ Johnson. Go back inside the Players Lounge. We'll also make you a winner. Open up the booty bag. Let's hit Coach O again, and not Gary Overton, Ed Orgeron, head coach of LSU. Did you hear this one, Troy, as he rolled in to the Rose Bowl?
I did. I thought it was a moment bad judgment for him, actually.
Let's hear it real quick. He is being talked to by a UCLA fan, and he responded to it.
Okay. Bring your ass on. Bring your ass on in your little sissy blue shirt.
Bring your ass on.
Your little sissy blue shirt.
Now, here's a guy.
Here's a guy.
Hey,
you Chris Collinsworth.
I know. But he's the coach of LSU. He's got to get trash talked in every opposing stadium he goes to. I mean, you know how the SEC is. I mean, there is not a place this guy can go other than in the state of Louisiana where he doesn't get junk talked to, especially on a game day. You would think he'd be immune to this by now.
But this is who he is. He is not known as a cerebral guy. He is known as a football player, a Neanderthal. He can barely talk.
I get it. But if that's the case, he's going to have to be doing this every single game, multiple times in the pregame, postgame. Like, he'd spend all his time talking junk back to fans.
What'd you say?
Boy, come down here, boy.
He said something too?
I mean, if he can't handle UCLA, how the hell is he going to handle Alabama or Auburn this year?
We're going to beat you down, coach.
I mean, I was just a little shocked. This isn't like his first day coaching.
No,
that got under his skin.
That's who he is.
And you could hear the guy from UCLA. Play it one more time, Sean. You could kind of hear the guy go, hey, coach. You know,
his voice cracked with the last thing he said.
He hit puberty about the time he asked the question.
I wonder if he just sounded so wimpy he couldn't hesitate. He couldn't help himself. Hit it one more time.
Okay. Hey, bring your ass on. Bring your ass on in your little sissy blue shirt.
Your little sissy blue shirt.
The trumpets at the end.
Yeah. Boy, I hope LSU schedules North Carolina in a game now.
Whoa, there's sissies everywhere.
Oh, there's a bunch of sissy blue shirts out here.
So what's he say to like LSU fans? Coach O, we love you.
Get your ass down here. I'll give you a hug. I love that sissy purple shirt you got.
I love that sissy purple shirt you got on.
Speaking of that,
that's a manly purple shirt.
UCLA's Twitter page trolled that and actually put up on their banner the sissy blue shirt.
Yeah. Now it's a thing now.
It's a thing now.
They're embracing the sissy blue over at UCLA. Chip Kelly, 2-0 to start the season. Our other piece of audio on the day was Brian Kelly, and he decided to go stand-up routine.
Yeah, can we play this one more time?
Sure.
Game had it all. Yeah. What did you think of your team's ability to withstand Florida State's impressive comeback?
Yeah, I'm in favor of execution. Maybe our entire team needs to be executed after tonight.
Hey-o.
Now what? Once again, if she had asked, is there a problem with your was there an issue with the execution?
What do you think of the execution?
She didn't have execution in the question.
No.
It was like, all right, I got this. I got to force feed this joke out there.
Yeah.
Now, it would have been, I would have given him a pass if she asked an execution question. She did not ask an execution question, as far as I could tell.
He went rogue. He went on his own.
But, oh, man, that was kind of I used to MC the Comedy Zone at the Attic many years ago.
And Brian Kelly was not there.
And I saw many comedians bomb occasionally on a joke. That's exactly what happened. Like, there's just no response. And you're like, oof.
Now, on the flip side, Troy, you told a hilarious joke a moment ago. You want to tell your fish joke to everyone?
Oh, yeah.
I would love to hear it.
Yeah. All right, Chandler. What do you call a fish with no eye?
I don't know. Is that supposed to be?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks! Had to think about that a little too hard, didn't you?
Yeah.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Yeah, Troy was on a roll in here earlier. Proving that he is funnier than Brian Kelly.
You know what's cool about Switzerland?
What's that?
Well, their flag's a big plus.
Chandler like that one. I
have to agree. You are funnier than Brian Kelly.
Thank you.
Doesn't take much.
The bar has been set low, but I'll take it.
We got our power rankings. You are ahead of Brian Kelly.
Yeah, that's funny.
With that sissy pink shirt you got on.
Oh, this is orange, by the way.
I see some pink in that shirt, boy.
Yeah. Southern Tide, homie.
I know my colors. There's blue, pink, purple,
and sissy blue.
So So there you go. Best sound bites from week 1. Did you watch college football Saturday?
I did.
What did you watch?
Well, first of all, I watched College Game Day to get things started. And I was right when I tweeted that thing out about I'm so sick of mayonnaise already. Thank God this weekend's over for that. I saw Jenny post something about that, and I agree with her. At least we can stop talking mayo. Although I will give the Duke's mayonnaise people a lot of credit. I think they got more bang for their buck sponsoring these two games between the East Carolina App game and then the Georgia Clemson game than you do of any bowl game I've seen. All the bowl games kind of get played at the same time, and one blurs into the other. The Duke's mayonnaise coverage, like what they got in social media and everything else, I thought, what an incredible sponsorship for them.
Definitely.
If I was a business, I'd want to sponsor something on the front end, just like Chick-fil-A does in Atlanta with their Chick-fil-A kickoff game. Those are better sponsorships, I think, than these bowl games.
Yeah, they're standalone, big games.
So I tweeted that video out that my friend sent me.
Of the guys eating the mayonnaise?
Eating the mayonnaise with French fries. It looked like some contest. And it had, last I checked, it had almost 400,000 views. I just put out there just the clown mayonnaise because we were talking about it last week. Then I saw on College Game Day the guy take the Duke's mayonnaise, the big container, like a gallon jug of it, and pour it on himself without a shirt, and then lather himself like it was like suntan lotion.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Yeah, are they getting paid to do that? Like how much?
No, I think these are the people that I was on. Did you see me on College Game Day? I was there. Did you see me on Sports
I was
Center?
the guy that doused myself with mayonnaise.
Yeah, the not so cool moment on Sport. But I saw it as a highlight or low light on Sports Center. Like a oh no you didn't type of deal. So I think they just do it for the notoriety.
That guy to do it in the stands like that, you've probably been drinking. Like what that does to your stomach. It's hot outside. You're eating mayonnaise.
God.
Like that is just.
They
not
probably go around looking for the most drunk person. They go, all right, this guy's hammered. We're going to ask him to join in on this mayonnaise eating contest.
Probably not hard to find.
And he's going to go, hell yeah, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And then halftime is just puke city.
Oh man, it's brutal.
So East Carolina didn't lose everything in the Bank of America Stadium, from what I saw.
Yeah, there was a lot of fist fighting going on.
There was
over the weekend.
Not just ECU. It was like every game.
Yeah,
and now that seems to get reported a lot more now with
there's
social
more cameras,
media and
phones.
But then I see regular media. Like I saw Fox News pick up on a bunch of the stories.
Yeah,
like turn it into a news article.
Let's try to not have a fist fight Saturday. And Dowdy Fickle.
Yeah, usually, knock on wood, we've been pretty good here at home. And one incident, you've got 40,000 people there. Sometimes stuff's going to happen.
Yeah.
I just think that with the social, if that wasn't broadcast or recorded, no one would be saying anything.
Well, that's a great point, Troy. If we don't know about something, we can't talk about
Correct.
it. That is
right.
You make a good point there.
So I think this stuff kind of happened before. It just didn't get covered like it does now.
John says, I saw the Gallon Mayo guy got free tickets to the game that night.
Oh, they did mention that on the broadcast.
So maybe he was a big Georgia or Clemson fan.
They said, if you do this, we'll give you free tickets.
That might be worth it. You go home showered off. I'm more opposed to the guy eating it all. Even though I like mayonnaise in moderation, I'd rather have it on my outside than my inside because you can clean off the outside.
True. Especially if he had a hotel room nearby, he could go, clean them. If he had to go to the game like that, now what if you had to go to the game like that? You can't go home and shower.
That would ruin the whole experience.
Could you imagine having a mayonnaise on you for like the whole day like that, and then it dries,
and then put on a shirt?
I don't even know what it would feel like. I mean, that would just be this. Ugh.
It just becomes part of your body.
Well, like what spoils, like at a picnic, quicker than anything.
Yeah,
mayo. Anything that has mayo in it. So if you're out in the sun all day, the smell you probably develop with spoiled mayonnaise on you?
Ugh. Man, what stinks? Oh, I don't know. It might be the guy over there that's covered in mayonnaise.
Larry over here had to win free tickets and took down a gallon of...
You enjoying the game, buddy?
Duke's on him.
And then he's like a Clemson fan, and they don't get a first half all game, and he's sitting there in mayo and spoiled mayo.
Boy, my Clemson friends are a little upset.
Yeah, that was...
they did not look too great.
Uninspiring performance by the Tigers on Saturday night.
But Dabo ain't dabbing in any Duke's mayonnaise.
All right, we need to go to break.
Sorry, that was on the fly. I was trying to come up with a Dabo mayo joke.
I'm in favor of your execution.
I did hear you earlier in hour one. He couldn't even realize. He goes, he thought he had a killer joke. I'm like, Clip, that was good. Killer joke. Talk about execution.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
All right, when we return, hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live, we'll hear from Holton Ahlers, Pirate quarterback. as ECU coming off a loss, trying to get things right against South Carolina. Also, CJ Johnson also will make you a winner. Open up the Pirate Radio booty bag on a Monday. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live. We're back after this.
You've worked hard to start your business and working even harder to make it successful. And that's why it's important to have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from Select Bank and Trust. And as the business world throws you curveballs, we're here to be responsive to your needs. Our team of local bankers can make local decisions and cares about you, the customer. Get the business services that are right for your business today with Select Bank and Trust. Bank local, bank select, member FDIC.
Hello, Greenville and Pitt County. We at Pitt County Schools want you to know that we are a thriving and connected school system ready and open for all students this year. We are offering all in-person learning with limited virtual options while operating on a 5-day, full-day schedule for our 38 school campuses. Pitt County Schools offers rigorous academic opportunities such as dual language programs, STEM engagement, global education, and college readiness. We also offer competitive athletics, full support for exceptional children, and career readiness opportunities such as paid apprenticeships and unique business partnerships. Pitt County Schools is fully committed to engage, empower, and elevate every student every day. Visit our website today at pittschools.org, where you'll find our new jam-packed strategic plan, our new mission and vision, our profile of a learner, or check out our unique preschools, elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and early colleges. Pitt County Schools, engaging, empowering, and elevating every student every day.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet. Then come find yours at Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
Fans, be sure to purchase your game day tickets in advance online at woodducksbaseball.com or by calling the team office at Granger Stadium. Ticket prices for Sunday through Thursday are just $7, and Friday and Saturday tickets are $12. To book your group tickets or purchase season tickets, call our front office at 252-686-5154. Go Woodies!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center of Greenville's new extended care clinic is now open Saturdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. so you can avoid the emergency department for any urgent orthopedics care. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Orthopedics East, providing services to Eastern North Carolina and the Pirate Nation for more than 35 years. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, big hour 3 on tap. We will hear from Holton Ahlers in just a moment as he will recap the loss to Appalachian State. Also look ahead to South Carolina, planning to hook up with CJ Johnson later on this hour as well. We'll also make you a winner and open up the booty bag here in hour 3. Troy D.
Good to see you, Clip. How are you?
Great. We've been here.
Yeah, I know, but someone might just be tuning in for hours.
Well, we don't have to do that just for this.
I just figured we'd reestablish your.
I'm fine.
It's good to still be here, Clip.
Shirley Rhodes is here. She's been here the last 2 hours. Shirley, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Chandler, I saw you around 11 a.m. this morning. How you been?
Good to see you guys.
I got to tell you, the show in between the show is very hilarious too. By the way,
only if we can just put it on the air, but it's probably not.
It is very. You guys are good on the air. You're good off the air.
On and off.
Thanks, man.
There's no off switch here. I tell you what, let's get a quick break in. We'll come back. We'll hear from Holton Ahlers as he joined us earlier today on the Fixed NC Live line. Got that, and got CJ Johnson coming up, and we'll see what Shirley Rhodes is giving away inside the booty bag on this Monday.
What's cooking up over there, Shirley?
I don't know.
What you producers got producing over there?
By the way, I didn't see. Well, we'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's take a time out. We'll come back.
Save that.
We'll have more for you after this.
Pirate Nation, your ECU football team is getting ready for another season, and they need you inside Downey-Ficklin Stadium. Football season tickets are on sale now, and great seats are still available. Come out and watch your Pirates take on SEC opponent South Carolina, preseason top 10 Cincinnati, and many more. Season tickets start at just $99 and can be purchased online at ECUPirates.com or over the phone at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. Buy yours today, and let's bring back Rowdy Downey. Go Pirates!
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers through the year of COVID. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Tom Brown from Brown & Wood Buick GMC Truck. We've been serving the Pirate Nation in Eastern North Carolina for 83 years. We have 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 showrooms, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
This month at Brown & Wood, get an all-new 2021 Buick Enclave and save over $5,250 or 0% for 72 months. And as always, Brown & Wood is the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
We're located on Greenville Boulevard next to the Convention Center, or shop us online at brownandwoodauto.com.
Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer, a wave of refreshment. Crafted using our unique Brew Pure process. Made pure. Nothing tastes like Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer.
Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer, available in 5 fruit flavors, 2 grams of carbs, gluten-free, and 100 calories. Find it at whiteclaw.com. Whiteclaw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it. Proudly distributed by Coastal Beverage. Please drink responsibly.
Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Grifols Biomat USA. At Grifols, it adds up fast. New donors can earn up to $1,000 in your very first month. It's the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA, 505 South Memorial Drive, Greenville. Find your donor center at grifolsplasma.com. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay.
Come pop a top this ECU football season at Jarvis Street Bottle Shop. Jarvis Street Bottle Shop is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. Hosting a tailgate? Stop by the shop and grab a keg for your party or event. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings featuring rotating NC craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by the shop Tuesday through Sunday or check them out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Are you starting to plan your holiday travel for this year? Book today on American Airlines at PGV and enjoy the friendly convenience of flying from your local airport. American Airlines and PGV. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Pirate Radio.
The
voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. And as we head back into the show clip, I told you this during the break, but ECU alum Thomas Francisco is now headed to Peoria. They've transferred him from the Springfield Cardinals to the Peoria Chiefs. They just announced that today.
Franny. Congratulations to Franny. We got a lot of baseball going on this Labor Day Monday. Also a college football game tonight. We'll have a Buccaneer Music Hall sports update for you later on this hour. Duh Buck. Good job, Chandler.
Duh Buck. Oh, sorry.
Do you like that, Troy?
I'm undecided on that right now.
Huh, interesting.
Well, it's referencing your Bears.
I get it. I don't know. I don't know whether I like it or not. I'm undecided.
All right.
I'm going to let it marinate a little bit, and I want to hear it a few more times, and then I'll decide.
There you go. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, how you doing, Troy? Good to see you.
Doing good. Good to be here. Had a good weekend. But we're back.
We are back like we never left.
Kind of last good weekend of summer, if you think about it. You know,
I'll tell you what, with the start of football season, it brought in some fall weather for some of those days.
It was like cool. Like one night or one morning, I swear I think it hit like 59 degrees.
Yes, it was very cold. I went dove hunting this weekend on Saturday morning.
Oh, hey, Bryce Williams over here.
Wow. And it was very chilly outside.
It almost put me in a full-blown depression.
Oh,
I can't handle this cold weather.
And
like
we shot a plethora of doves.
Hold on, save it for Wednesday when Bryce is here. We'll add you to the mix there. All right.
Radio Outdoors expanding.
How about that?
Yeah.
We got old dove hunter boy over here.
Little Bryce over there in the production room.
Little B. All right, let's, Troy D, we talked to Holton Ahlers earlier this afternoon as we were here inside the Pirate Radio studios. He joined us on the Fixed NC Live line. And we'll hear that conversation right now from the QB at East Carolina, Holton Ahlers, who talked to Troy and I earlier today. All right, let's head out to the Fixed NC Live line and talk to the starting quarterback of the East Carolina Pirates. He is Holton Ahlers, joining us on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Holton, how you doing today?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing all right, and Holton will recap the loss to Appalachian State 33-19, and I think a lot of this week is going to be about bouncing back and overcoming adversity, and let's start there with a couple plays, and Troy, we talked about these on Friday. Holton Ahlers' long run set up a 1st and goal early in that football game on Thursday night, called back due to a holding call. And then at the end of the first half, you had the Hail Mary, which goes for a touchdown. They review it. It's called an interception. Just a couple of plays there, Holton, that if you get, you feel like you got a lot better chances to win that game. How do you go about, overcoming that in the moment? We're talking about those plays for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 3 days, 3 weeks after it happens. You have to get over it immediately. How do you go about doing that during a game?
Yeah, you're right, especially that one going into halftime. That was kind of a big blow for us because that could have really changed the game. And then, like you said, that long run, too, that was a long walk back, because it was a longer run, so we had time to walk back, and the offensive line were kind of walking back like, dang. We were kind of trying to figure out who did it, and we saw the film, and we're still trying to figure out who did it because really wasn't much to there, but you can't look at that too hard. That's just part of the game and part of having refs is, they're not robots. Everyone makes mistakes and stuff like that, but you sure wish you could have that one back with the replay. The replay is supposed to kind of prevent things like that from happening, but it is what it is. You got a new week, new opportunity. It's a big one this week, so we got to go out there and play good.
Yeah, Holton, as Troy, I said on Friday, if ECU gets those 2 plays back, maybe the Pirates don't win a game, but it totally changes the complexion of that game, in my opinion. And I really look at that 50-yard scamper you had. It would have put ECU right close to the goal line. That really, having that play call back on a holding, and a questionable holding call, I will say, at that, really seemed to kind of take a little bit of the wind out of our sails because it was like, man, we were right there, and then it was hard to kind of get over that one. I felt just watching it on TV.
Yeah, you look at the score; it was 20-6 at that point. We get the ball at the 5-yard line, and if we go punch it in there, there's no guarantee that we do. But there's pretty good chances that we do there on the 4 plays to get 5 yards. That's good odds. But kind of like I said, you can't dwell on that. Stuff happens in games that you wish you could take back, and that's just one of them that wish would have went our way. But we just gotta. There's a lot of plays out there that we didn't make, minus the refs too, that we could have made the game a lot closer as well.
Talking to Holton Ahlers, starting quarterback for ECU football here on the Fixed NC Live Line. Holton, technically a day off for you, although, look, in season, I know how you guys are. They're really kind of no days off. I know you're maybe no practice for a Holton Ahlers, but I know you're busy looking at tape and meeting with coaches and doing different things. What's practice been like over the last couple days since the season opener? What have you guys been working on as you get ready to set your sights on the South Carolina Gamecocks?
Just really motivated. We got a lot of old guys on this team that knows how big this next game is and knows how big it is to make a jump from week 1 to week 2. A lot of teams in America will make their biggest jump from week 1 and week 2 just because it's your first time seeing live action, your first time seeing your mistakes against another team, and going in and fixing that is key. And that's really what we're focusing on this week because we know we got a good team. There's a good team coming in here, but we're a good team too, and we just got to go put that product on the field.
There were some plays earlier in the game where you were hesitant, it seemed, to escape the pocket. And then later in the game, there were opportunities where you saw it, you took it, and got a first down, ran over a safety, a DB in one of those plays. But when you look at that back on film, is that something moving forward you say, okay, I gotta take off earlier, or is that just a feel and instinct thing during a game? What about those plays?
Yeah, I think it's kind of both. It's kind of controlling it. Sometimes I left the pocket a little too early, and then sometimes I stayed in there a little too much. So there's a happy medium that you got to do with. But, one thing that I do want to be better at is once I do take off, I take off at full speed and make good cuts and make good decisions like that. But, I do think my legs can help this team win football games, and that's what I'm planning on doing. But, I got to stay in the pocket when it's time to and just really, help the team win in any way I can.
Holton, 22 of 40, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, the interception coming on that Hail Mary toss. What have you seen on film that you liked and also you want to improve upon going into week 2, South Carolina?
Yeah, there's a lot of plays out there that are still to be made. There's some throws that I've made 1,000 times and missed Thursday night that I'm going to hopefully not miss again this year. It's good to see on film, and correct it and get it corrected, and just stuff like footwork, staying in the pocket a little extra longer, and then leaving when the pressure's actually there and not feeling pressure that isn't there. And it's always good, to create plays with your legs. But I mean, if you can stay in the pocket and drill a ball in there for a first down or something, that's good too. So just kind of, like I said, just finding the happy medium and getting things corrected.
Holton, it's easy for us to say, why did Tyler Snead finish with 4 for 27, CJ 4 for 34? We got to feed them the football. When you're on the field, it's a different story. Is that something Appalachian State did to take away your main guns, or is that something you guys could have executed better at on Thursday night?
I think it's a little bit of both. My job is to get those playmakers the ball, and obviously every game going into, they're going to know that those two are our dudes, that we're going to try to get those guys the ball, and the offense is going to run through them. But I mean, we got to give them the ball. It starts with me, and I got to give them the ball more. They're playmakers with the ball in their hands. Obviously, throughout their career, every time they've had it, they've done something special with it. So, it starts with me. Like I said, I got to get the ball to them more, and that's definitely what I'm going to do.
Talking to Holton Ahlers on the Fixed NC Live line. Holton, South Carolina blasted Eastern Illinois to open up their season in Columbia. Now they're coming into Greenville. I thought they'd be a big favorite, but I'm seeing some lines where East Carolina's even a favorite. What do you see now when you look at the South Carolina defense? I know you're starting to dig into it now. What concerns you about their defense the most? What will you be focused on Saturday?
They're extremely talented. Anytime you have an SEC school coming in, they're going to get those big-time recruits, those big bodies that are 4 and 5 stars, and that's certainly what they are. They're very talented. They got a good coaching staff now. They're well coached, and that's just something that you gotta. They haven't been winning much in the past, but you can't really look at that. I mean, like you said, they just smoked their first team they've played, and they're playing really good football right now. So it's gonna be a tough matchup. I think we match up well with them. We just got to come out and, kind of like I said, make that jump from week 1 to week 2.
Holton is joining us. Holton, kind of a two-parter here. We'll look back and forward. What was it like playing in that environment on Thursday night? What will it be like playing in front of the home fans coming up on Saturday, a place you used to go and watch games, and now they'll be cheering you on? Fans will be back at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
Oh, yes, it was great. It was great to have fans back, and especially in a stadium like that, in an environment like that, it's always special. And I told the team Wednesday night before the game that it was going to be a fun environment, just to cherish it, because stuff like that doesn't always come along. And it's pretty much the same thing this weekend. I mean, we haven't had a full stadium here in a really long time, so I'm excited to play in front of that, and especially last year without having really many fans at all, it's going to be special. I'm definitely excited about it, and hopefully those guys can give us an extra boost to help us win the game Saturday.
Great opportunity Saturday to have a bounce back. How's the attitude of the team right now? I know it wasn't the start that you guys had hoped for, but how's everybody dealing with it? And I'm sure they're ready to move on to South Carolina, but how is the attitude right now?
Yeah, we're extremely motivated. We know that the product we put on the field isn't the team that we're going to be, and we know that we have a really good chance this week to make a statement and show that we're a better team than what we showed last Thursday, and that's what we're going to do. We're certainly motivated to put a good product on our field, especially in front of our home fans, in front of our home opener. So excited to get out there, excited to get going, and this is a big week for us.
Holton, with the Saturday off from playing a game anyway, did you watch football from noon to midnight like junkies like myself, or did you get away from it? What'd you do over the weekend?
I sat in my living room and watched football from 12 to midnight.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Which games did you find the most interesting?
Shoot, man. I watched South Carolina. I think they played at 7 that day. I pretty much watched any game that was on from 12 on, and I was flipping so much in between. Just any game that wasn't on a commercial, I was watching. So just good to watch college football. I mean, obviously, we don't get a chance to during the season, and even NFL, because our Sundays are so busy. But anytime I get a chance to watch football, man, I love it. It's the greatest sport in the world. It's so fun to play, but also so fun to watch.
Couple extra days of rest, opening up the season on that Thursday. Is that an advantage for you guys going into this week?
I think so. Anytime you can get an extra day of rest on your body after a game, it's huge. Our bodies coming out of games are rough, man. I mean, it's hard to get out of bed some days, and just because your body's so beat up. I mean, football's a physical sport, and especially the first game of the year, your body's not used to it. Your body's so used to just waking up every day without any bruises, without any of this, and then your body feels like you get hit by a car. So especially the first game, it's big for us to get a couple of days extra rest. I mean, now we can go in to tomorrow going full speed and with our bodies pretty much at full go. So yeah, I think it is an advantage for us.
And look, let's be honest. I mentioned this on Friday's show also. It wasn't like you guys opened up with a scrimmage. In hindsight's 2020, we may look back and we'll find out at the end of the season, but this App State football team is very good and could end up being one of the best teams we face all season. As I said, time will tell, but you faced them on the field. They look legit to me.
Yeah, they are. They're a senior-led team, and not even a senior-led team, a super senior-led team, I have to say that. Those guys have won a lot of football games, and, like you said, they're one of the better teams we'll play this year, and, they play Miami this week, and I wouldn't be shocked if they go down there and beat Miami. They're certainly capable of it. They've won a lot of games. That senior class has won a lot of games, too. I think I saw somewhere where all of their receivers were super seniors or 6th or 7th year seniors, and kind of their defense is like that too. So they're a good football team. They're going to win a lot of games, and we have a lot of respect for them. But we certainly feel like we could have played better and made the game a lot closer than it was.
Well, Holton, keep your head up. You guys should have a great atmosphere in Greenville at high noon. Kickoff East Carolina versus South Carolina. Going to be a lot of fun for the home opener this Saturday. Tickets are still available, and folks can get those at ECUPirates.com. We're pulling for you guys, and we'll hook up again next Monday and catch up with you then. Thanks so much for your time today.
For sure. Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, there's the QB, Holton Ahlers, joining us on the Fixed NC Live line as part of our Pirate Radio's Players Lounge. Troy, as we've heard now from 5 of the guys from Thursday night. They all saying similar things and that they are ready to get back to it. It's good to hear. The linebackers, Bruce and Xavier, they were still upset about the loss. You can tell. But all of them, as a whole, know that the season isn't lost, and they got to get ready for South Carolina this week and the remainder of this season.
Yeah, you have total redemption. You come back with a victory this Saturday.
Yeah.
It changes the outlook, the attitude, the dialogue, everything. So there is a lot riding on this game, though, I will say, for this program, for this season, as far as momentum and what is in store for the future. Because if you can't right the ship Saturday and get a victory, you got a tough road game facing you in Marshall.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think it gets any easier going on the road to Marshall than it does at home against South Carolina right now. That's easy.
I ranked it before the season, App State, Marshall, South Carolina in my order of, just mostly because that Marshall game's on the road.
I'd stick with that.
Yeah, that's the way it's looking
App
right
State,
now.
let's be honest, was a road game for ECU.
Yeah.
It was. They had more fans. It was on the road, It was technically App State's home game.
They had their name in both end zones.
Yeah.
So, but Rick asking,
I agree with your rankings. So
Rick asking what the projected ticket sales are. Troy, do you have a number?
I'll work on that, Rick, and get you an answer.
Do you have a guess?
Later. I would say, honestly, if I had a guess right now,
35.
I was going to say 35.
38.
And I will tell you this: I think South Carolina, with the showing they had Saturday, actually might boost some of the South Carolina tickets. I think some of their fans they might sell another 1,000 or 2,000 tickets potentially, that their fans feel good about where they're headed and maybe want to come now. That could affect obviously the total amount, but I think you're going to get a bump up potentially of Gamecock fans coming in.
We shall see.
But I would put it at probably 35 is my guess.
Tickets have been purchased for the entire upper deck. Remember that?
Yeah, so that might skew the numbers a little bit. You're right. That's what the upper deck seats, I think 6,000 or 7,000 folks. So they will count those as tickets sold.
That was Bill Clark Holmes, correct?
Yep. Yeah. And they're going to hand those out to folks in different parts of the community and first responders and in the medical field and places like that. And that's a lot of tickets to distribute, by the way. Just the logistics of getting all those tickets out so they get used.
Yeah.
And I hope they get used. I'm sure a number of them might go unused, but at least they were purchased, and that will count towards the attendance that day.
Yeah.
Whether they get used or not, because it is really tickets allotted. That's the number in this day and age.
They don't count butts and seats.
No, they don't count the turnstile anymore. Those days are over, folks.
All right, let's take a timeout. We'll come back, planning to hook up with ECU wide receiver C.J. Johnson. Also, on the other side of this break, we'll make you a winner and open up the booty bag. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Guess what, Greenville? Calzones are back. Community Calzone is the only restaurant in town specializing in calzones. Choose from over 50 different calzones, or you design your own with unlimited options, including vegetarian. Community Calzone also features wings, huge salads, and more. Plus, they deliver to almost everywhere in Pitt County. Located on Greenville Boulevard next to Ashley Furniture Warehouse, they're open for lunch, dinner, and late night for dine-in, pickup, or delivery. It's Community Calzone.
Pirate fans, get ready for a winning season and team up with Quality Equipment, your local John Deere dealer and proud sponsor of the ECU Pirates. When you do business with us, you'll get things done right. We're proud to offer a large selection of new and used John Deere equipment, a fully stocked parts department, and a highly trained staff who is here to support you throughout the life of your equipment. So get quality done right before every ECU game day and visit QualityEquip.com.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Macon State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
There are times in our lives when we feel like we have hit rock bottom with nowhere to go, but that is actually when God is closest to us and building us into who we are meant to be. Hi, I'm Holton Ahlers, and that's how Built When Broken was formed. BuiltWhenBroken.com is an apparel brand to remind people not only where they've come from, but also where they are going. Visit BuiltWhenBroken.com to get the latest BWB apparel, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. BuiltWhenBroken.com, apparel for our walk through life.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington has a great selection of pre-owned inventory, and they're stocking more used cars, trucks, and SUVs every day. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has everything from coupes, convertibles, small and large SUVs, diesel and gas heavy-duty trucks. And hey, they'll buy your car even if you don't buy one from them. Go to WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com to browse the new and used inventory, and go check out their service department. They're your local dealer for custom lift kits, wheels, tires, and accessories on all makes and models. And Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is your certified rough country dealer and can uplift your next vehicle with one of several Washington off-road packages. A great selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at just $5,000, a top-notch service department, and a beautiful facility makes the drive to Washington totally worth it. Remember, you don't have to buy a car from them. They'll buy your car right now. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington. Drive a little, save a lot.
Hey, Troy D here for my friends at Villa Verde. If you know me, you know I love being outside, but finding a good place to eat outside can sometimes be tough. Well, our pals at Villa Verde have fixed that. Not only does Villa Verde have awesome, unique, one-of-a-kind dishes here in Greenville, they also have a brand new outside dining area. And this outside area is sweet. It's covered, you're in the shade, and cooling fans are on. Enjoy the comfort and relaxation of dining outside with our friends at Villa Verde. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or just have the blahs? Maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness on East 10th Street in Greenville offers IV hydration that can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, even fix a hangover. Locally owned and operated, the team at Revive Health and Wellness are experienced and licensed registered nurses that will assist you in preparing for your IV session. Call or text today with questions or to set an appointment with Revive Health and Wellness. 252-350-1805. That's 252-350-1805.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Save lives, be a hero, and make $1,000 your very first month donating plasma at Gripples Biomat USA. is the easiest way to make extra money. Start now at Biomat USA on 505 South Memorial Drive. Make up to $1,000 in a month and save lives now at Grifols Biomat USA. A better donor experience and better pay. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you. Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll make you a winner in just a few minutes. Open up the Pirate Radio booty bag. Troy D alongside. And Troy, we continue on inside the Players Lounge. We've heard from Rajay Harris, Tyler Snead, Xavier Smith, Bruce Bivens, Holton Ahlers, and now time to hear from ECU wide receiver C.J. Johnson as the Pirates get set to take on South Carolina coming up noon on Saturday. C.J., how you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Appreciate your time here today on the program. And CJ, before we look ahead, we will look back. And I guess should we start with the Hail Mary, Troy D? I mean,
got to talk about that, CJ. First of all, great catch because I'm with the refs. That's a touchdown, Pirates. Take us back to that last play of the first half. What you saw, what happened, and what went on kind of with the dog pile underneath that none of us saw. Walk us through that play from your perspective.
Well, I mean, the ball was in the air, and I saw that I was surrounded by a lot of black jerseys, and I jumped as high as I possibly could to try to get it. Number 5 that was in front of me, he tipped it up, and I saw it tipped up, and I felt everybody like falling off of me a little bit. So like I gave that second effort, went for the ball, and I thought it was a touchdown. As far as what happened underneath the dog pile, it wasn't really much. It was just like a bunch of people grabbing the ball, but I had it.
So you ended up obviously with the ball after that. You had your hands on the ball with the catch. Did the defender, was it kind of a deal where maybe the defender had a hand or two on it with you at the same time?
Oh, we most definitely caught the ball at the same time. If you look at the replay from the sideline view, you'll see that we both, I really caught it with one hand at first. So I had one hand on the ball, he had one hand on the ball. And as we were fighting to go down, we both put two hands on the ball. Then from there, I ripped it out.
I heard Bailey say, too, like in a tie situation like this, usually it goes to
the tie goes to the receiver.
Right.
And CJ came out with the ball, and we all thought it would have been a touchdown, but they had some video that they overturned it. So, and you had a couple calls go against you, CJ. I've talked about it to the other guys. When something like that goes against you, I mean, there's nothing you can do but play the next play, or in that case, go into the locker room. So, how frustrating is it, and how do you have to quickly move on from it?
I mean, it really is frustrating, but we always play with a next play mentality. I mean, we control what we can control. When the officials are going like that, it's out of our control. So we just try to stay in the game and control what we can control.
I don't want to take anything away from App State. I think they're a great team. But if that play goes the Pirates' way, which is the way they ruled it on the field, and if Holton's 50-yard run doesn't get called back to some mysterious holding call, does the outlook of that game change in your perspective?
Oh man, that's a whole different ball game. I mean, we're coming out of halftime with way more energy than we went in with. So, I mean, as far as that is, people are coming out juiced up. Got a little swagger to us, but
CJ, 4 catches.
I feel like it would have been a completely different game.
Yeah, 4 catches for you the other night, 4 for Snead. That's a number that obviously Holton Ahlers, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Mike Houston, and all Pirate fans want to see a lot more than just 4 catches for 34 yards. What was App State doing to take you and Tyler specifically out of the game on Thursday night?
I mean, like I said, I can control what I can control. I don't complain about not getting the ball. I feel like this is a team sport, and you got to play your role in order to win the game.
C.J. Johnson joining us. C.J., I know a lot of fans see you and talk about the talking that goes on the field, and you seem to enjoy getting into it with the opposing DB. Is that something that you do to fire yourself up? Is that you retaliating from them talking? What's all the talk on the field about?
I mean, it's really just playing with a chip on your shoulder. Like you got to have an attitude about you. You can't. I mean, yeah, sometimes you can overdo it a couple of times, but at the end of the day, you have to play with that intensity.
You've had a couple days to think about, that last loss, and also want to turn the page and look ahead towards week 2 now that we're in against South Carolina. You've got some time off today. How did practice go yesterday? We've asked some of the other players, too, that have seemed to be very fired up about the chance for improvement from week 1 to week 2. What are you seeing out there on the practice field with this team, the attitude of the team, and your expectations going into this Gamecock game?
Oh man, we came out to practice fired up yesterday. Because we know, just like Donnie K told us, he said that team showed the most improvement from game 1 to game 2, and we're just fired up to get back in the lab and come out and get a dub next weekend.
CJ, I asked the other guys, I'll ask you, what was your Saturday like? Did you watch football like a football fan, or did you try to get away from it Saturday when you weren't playing in the game?
I watched like 2 games, but I'm like you said, I try to get away from it a little bit, just to clear my mind, think about, just let it process, really.
A rare Saturday off to start the season. Is this team, and every day that you get rest is good, so is this team, after the first game, still pretty healthy?
Yes, we are. We're pretty healthy.
CJ Johnson joining us. CJ, how much have you looked at South Carolina and what they do defensively?
Oh man, we started on them Sunday, so we're already on the books for them.
What concerns you about this SEC defense you'll be facing?
I don't really have any concerns because I believe in my teammates. I believe in my team, and I feel like we're going to come out with it.
How much different was it, CJ, playing in front of a crowd like you were not able to do last year, and this Saturday, all the crowd will be on your side at home at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium. But what was the biggest difference in that environment from all of last season, CJ?
Oh man, it's just communication. Just like you got to be able to communicate on the field with it being that loud, because you can no longer just talk to the person next to you. You got to scream, and you can't scream because then you're going to tell the other team what you're doing. So it's really like just focusing in on communication.
CJ Johnson joining us on the Fixed NC Live line, getting ready to go. CJ, I guess more of a normal traditional practice this week, a couple of days extra to prepare for South Carolina. So you ready to go for a full week of practice this week?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, CJ, appreciate you joining us, man. Thanks for a few minutes of your time today.
Yeah, good luck to you guys Saturday.
Thank you for having me.
There's CJ Johnson, East Carolina wide receiver, joining us inside the Pirate Players Lounge. And Troy D, I like the attitude of these guys. They're not happy with what happened Thursday, but they're also looking ahead, moving forward. And, we're telling the fans, and we're telling ourselves too, that not everything is lost after one game.
Correct.
These players feeling that same way.
Well, the coaches and players cannot dwell on last week. I think you learn from last week, improve what you can improve on within a week, make the adjustments that you can make, and move on. And focus on what's in front of you and quit looking in the rearview mirror.
If you do look back, it's only going to hurt you. It cannot help you at all.
There are some teachable moments from that game and things they can improve on, but you can't dwell on it. And it sounds like I heard Donnie earlier today with Brian Bailey and talking to these players today. They're ready to move on. They're ready to show Pirate Nation what they're capable of. And I think it's one of those things where they're not happy with the performance that out there. And although I keep saying it is just one game, this team is not. This isn't an 0-12. We're sitting here at the end of the season. It's one game against what I am continuing to say might be one of the best teams on East Carolina's schedule. So you've got to take that into account. Take a breath. Let's give them a chance to show their potential. And let's give them a chance to come back home and be fired up in front of these fans. And look, South Carolina's not a team there's no team you can just sleep on, and there's no easy win in my book as far as the schedule this year. All these games are going to be tough.
If Charleston Southern's not an easy win,
but once again, in college football, Clip, as you know, you saw some upsets Saturday. Things can and do happen. So you can't take people lightly, is my point.
Yeah.
They're coming in here with the attitude they want to win too. But I do agree with you. That should be a winnable game for East Carolina, but not if you make a ton of mistakes and don't have your head right. So, but they can't worry about that right now. Right now, it's just about taking care of business, doing the best job they can, focusing on themselves, and trying to take South Carolina out of their game.
Pirates will be on the Deuce coming up if you're not able to get to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium on Saturday. Our pregame coverage begins at 8 a.m., taking you up to the noon kickoff. And myself, Weave, and the crew will be here after the game on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show.
Yeah, and actually we'll start at 7 a.m. because Friday at noon we're bringing back the UBE Pirate Preview live from UBE with Jeff Charles, the voice of the Pirates. Also, Don Edwards will be alongside and many other guests. So that'll be live from UBE this Friday at noon, from noon to 1 p.m. And we will encore that before the Bud Light pregame tailgate at 7 a.m.
All right, let's make somebody a winner, Shirley Rhodes, and open up the Pirate Radio Booty Bag.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, let's get the week started out right. What are we giving away, Shirley Rhodes?
How about a Hungry Pirate courtesy of Chico's?
Good call.
I love those.
Hungry Pirate from Chico's.
Don't let Tyler Dreyfus get near it.
My son had one for the first time last week and destroyed it. I lived on those in college. And I said, hey, I know how hungry he is. So I was like, why don't you try this? Because is it a burrito you can pick up? I said, no, it's too big. You can't pick this one up. You have to eat it with a knife and fork. He goes, all right, I'll try it. And he crushed it.
The whole thing?
Whole thing.
Man, that's impressive.
And a basket of chips.
You might find this hard to believe, but he has picture evidence of it.
No way. No way.
He does eat like a full-grown man. And if you eat like a full-grown man, you too can enjoy a Hungry Pirate from Chico's.
Shirley, what caller are we looking for?
I'm going to go with, let's go with caller 12.
All right, 317-1250. Breaking news from Brett McMurphy. Randy Edsel is not going to wait till the end of the year.
What?
To step down. The UConn coach is out immediately.
Come on, Twitter.
Does he get a bonus?
Huskies on 3. 1. Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
That was embarrassing that when they couldn't even get a, what do they call that?
It's a huddle.
Yeah, but
it's
he couldn't
like
even get the team to chant at the same time.
They were out of it, and Edsel says I'm out as well. So there you go. All right, more sports news and notes when we return on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Eastern North Carolina's choice for window tinting, signs, graphics, wraps, graphic design, and more is Signs and Tint. Signs and Tint is family owned and operated right here in Greenville, and their NC licensed electricians specialize in ceramic coating, vehicle wraps, and more. Signs and Tint offers 10% off for military and first responders. Also, make sure to mention Pirate Radio at checkout for a discount. Stop by their office today at 801 Staten Road or visit them online at signsandtint.com.
Here with Mike Mullis from Fixed NC. And Mike, you were telling me the other day, people ask you all the time, I didn't know you did that. What does that mean?
You know, anything that involves property damage repair, call us first. If it's your crawl space, you've got interior humidity issues, a water loss, your ice maker line breaks, obviously fire and smoke, everybody knows we do those. But anything that involves interior or exterior property damage, we're your repair experts.
Mike, how can everybody get in touch with you?
252-999-0001 or fixednc.com.
On Saturdays, your team needs you, your sofa needs you, and you need a Jersey Mike's sub. Get it all with free Saturday delivery when you order through the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. This Saturday, while you watch the game at home, we're watching the grill at Jersey Mike's. Order through the Jersey Mike's app for free delivery on Saturdays, unless you're going to miss hearing this. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food, beer and wine, children's activities, and more. Brought to you by Wells Fargo, the Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in the 5 Points Plaza. Visit uptowngreenville.com for more information. And as always, go Pirates!
Have you been waiting to try CBD? E&S Hemp on Fire Tower Road in Greenville is the area leader in CBD. We want to educate you on how our products work with your endocannabinoid system. These products are all natural and non-addictive. E&S offers a variety of products to meet your needs. Tinctures, edibles, topicals, and even smokable items. Customer feedback indicates relief from stress, anxiety, fatigue, pain, and PTSD, just to name a few. E&S Hemp is located on Fire Tower Road. Also, check us out on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hi, this is Karen Staten with AG Home Solutions. Thinking of remodeling? We are your one-stop shop for all your home design needs. Our AG Home Solutions design team has over 25 years of experience. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? Looking to upgrade your cabinets, countertops, tile, or flooring? The Design Center is open to all homeowners and contractors. Call us for an appointment. Visit agshomesolutions.net and mention Pirate Radio to receive a $100 discount through the end of August. AG Home Solutions, turning your remodeling dreams into reality.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a look at your stock market. Well, the stock market was closed today for Labor Day, but it did close on Friday, down 74 points for the Dow at 35,369. The NASDAQ was up 48 on Friday at 15,652, and the S&P only dropped a point at 4,535. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. And congratulations to Susan Deans of Greenville, picked up a Hungry Pirate courtesy of Chico's. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's. Enjoy your favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Plus, ice-cold cervezas and Chico's famous margaritas are always available. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, Susan Dean's a Panthers fan.
It's game week, Susan Dean.
How you feeling about Panthers Jets, Chandler?
I'm getting excited.
Excitement time.
Dare I say?
I actually ran into Susan Dean's at Chico's one time.
Wow.
Yeah, so I know
maybe you will again.
Cool, neat story.
Thank you.
I saw ESPN did a simulation of the entire season and had the Panthers
5-12
first overall pick of next year's draft.
I knew you were getting
there. Nicely played.
Thank you.
That's good.
Troy liked
that
that.
supposed to be funny? That was funny.
That was funny.
So you know what a fish with no eye is?
Well, what?
You're doing a lot better on that one. When you told me off the air, you just went like...
I didn't do it loud enough.
And I said, what about the SH?
What a fish with no eye is called.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All right, let's take a look at our Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. A lot of day baseball going on, and surely a wild one between the Rays and the Red Sox, and the Red Sox could not close it out. They're in the 10th inning now, and the Rays lead it 11-9 over Boston.
How are you going to let it inside the park home run? That's all I'm asking.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that highlight.
I just watched it. It's all over Twitter.
Orioles lose today 3-2. They were coming off a series win over the Yankees, but they fall to the Royals today 3-2. Mets blow it against the Nationals. Woo! Nats knocking off New York 4-3. That score. Yankees were crushed today by the Blue Jays. 8-0 was that final score. And the Phillies chasing the Braves in the NL East, picking up a 12-0 win over the Brewers. Coming up tonight, Louisville and Ole Miss will wrap up week one. That one's on ESPN at 8 o'clock, I believe, in Atlanta. Troy, who you got?
Louisville, Ole Miss. I'm going to take Ole Miss on that one.
All right, Ole Miss, the favorites. I will as well. The Rebels are favorites in that one. It's kind of a rough week for the ACC with North Carolina, Clemson, Florida State had a shot last night. They lose, so Louisville could be the latest ACC team to go down.
True. And will the ACC expand? Will they be a conference to pick somebody up? If BYU, who is one of the last big independents, goes to the Big 12, will Notre Dame's hand finally be forced and have to go to the ACC officially?
I was just going to say I'm ready to see the Louisville running backs coached by Darrell Sims.
Had not thought about that, Chandler. Well done. Are you really ready for that, or do you just want to bring that up?
I'm going to Louisville.
Okay, all right.
Not so fast, my friend.
Are you ready to see Colts running backs this weekend, led by Scotty Montgomery?
Absolutely not.
Who do the Colts have?
Good question.
Of course, the Bears will be on Sunday Night Football as the marquee game, as we had talked about last week.
What a disgrace.
Jonathan Taylor
against the Rams.
Marlon Mack, Naheem Hines. Y'all are
the real deal. Colts play the Seahawks coming up on Sunday.
Did you watch Hard Knocks last week? The third. This was, I think, the third. They got one more to go.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah,
they got the final cuts coming up. You do kind of feel for the guys to get, they're getting ready to get cut. Don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the whole storyline.
I mean, it sucks to see a guy lose his job on television.
Yeah.
So, but that's part of the deal there in the NFL. Yeah, I think what they're doing, the NFL wants the Rams to be good because they're in LA, so they're serving them up a patsy to start the season on Sunday Night Football.
I haven't been paying any attention to the Cowboys' moves because I want to find out, like on Hard Knocks, if DiNucci makes the team.
Oh, no spoilers.
Right. So don't tell me. I don't want, because they've probably already decided this by now.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show last
and I
week.
missed it. So I'm like dying to see, because they got to have a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
But will he make the cut? Because he's been questionable. My guess is he probably did not.
I'm trying to think if you've pissed me off lately, if I could spoil it now or not. No, I don't think you have, so I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. An interesting way to think about it.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at the transactions.
Correct. I've avoided it, and some of those aren't national. If you're not looking for it, it's not like in your face news. If you go searching for it, it's easy to find. But so I've purposely avoided it because I want to see how they play it out. And I can kind of feel like I'm watching it in real time.
Speaking of shows and spoilers, Troy, the last 2 weekends I have watched, and I'm almost done with season 2, but I've finally got into Outer Banks.
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
I consumed it heavy and knocked it out in about 4 nights, I think.
So you watched the whole season?
Oh, yeah. I've gone the whole season. How far are you down?
I think I'm on like Ep 8. Or how many episodes are there? I'm on the next to last episode.
Oh, okay. So the boat's already exploded then, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ward's boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Oh, that means no. I mean, I kind of knew that anyway. That whole thing was a little hokey.
How did you know?
Well, you never saw the body. If you don't see the body on TV,
and you're good.
Yeah, I mean that's an old TV joke or a TV,
Yeah, well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but man, you could be writing for Outer Banks.
I mean, anybody could write for that stupid show.
I will say it gets a little like, come on, is this even possible? But it is great brain candy.
Oh yeah,
it's not realistic towards the end, but it is very entertaining, and it does make you wonder, God, what's going to happen next?
If you're looking for another show like that, sort of clickbait, have you heard about that one?
No.
Yeah,
is it on Netflix?
It is.
What's it about?
Guy is a philanderer, and he gets kidnapped, and they're trying to figure out who did it and what he did, and it just takes a million twists and turns.
Oh, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Is it but not appropriate for kids, I guess?
Nah.
Okay.
Probably not. Although your kids have seen worse.
Probably. Do you let your daughter watch Outer Banks?
She has not.
She's right at there at the age.
Yeah. Because I was talking to someone. We were talking to Phoenix Evans about Outer Banks and like the show's demographics, and he was like, yeah, my 14-year-old daughter watches that. I was like, yeah, that's who it's catered to.
Middle-aged guys and 14-year-olds.
It was very embarrassing to hear that.
I know.
But, yeah.
I thought she'd like it, is my point.
Yeah, we'll get her into that at some point.
Yeah.
I really wanted to watch Lost, which is one of my favorite shows. You watch old movies that you like
I love
to get your boys to watch.
Well, and now they request them. Even now, if you talk to Bryce or Tyler, they'll say, Dad, movies were better like back in the the movies I showed them from the 80s. No, I swear to God, now, like when they watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off or Stripes or whatever, these 80s movies. Now, some of them have, a little edgy, but they're tame compared to some of the stuff that's out there now. They're like, they don't, these are movies, they think they're better than the current day movies. So, yeah, right now I'm trying to find, what was the movie I was looking for? Oh, I think Field of Dreams. Since that baseball, I wanted to watch that, but I can't, I don't think it's on Netflix. Netflix's movie selection really kind of is garbage lately. And now I know why they've gone to all this original content, because they're losing all the rights to these movies because all the movie makers are keeping it for themselves and streaming it.
I went to see my grandmother the other day, and we watched a old TV series. Do you guys remember Quincy?
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I know.
I just watched it. I've never heard of it before.
Tell you what I rewatched recently was very good. The original Rambo. The original. They didn't even call it Rambo. It was called First Blood.
Yeah.
Back then. They didn't go with the Rambo name until the sequel. Now, he's the main character in it, but it was called First Blood. Have you seen that one? I mean, it's probably been 25 years.
It was in the 80s.
Like, I forgot how good that's a good movie. And the boys loved it. Like, for dudes, I wouldn't recommend it for your daughter probably, but for a guy movie or teenage boy movie, First Blood, the original Rambo, awesome.
Tony Dunn was into like the Jean-Claude Van Damme, but like the Terminator, Predator, Rambo, that genre. Yeah. So I probably watched it with him when I was a kid, but I don't really recall any of those.
Now their big thing is when they go to their buddy's house, they watch these horror movies. They like watch the scary movies.
You act like that. Nobody's ever heard it. Horror movies.
Well, I know.
Yeah, scary movies. We all know what that is.
I hate these, so I won't watch them. So it's good that they watch them at a friend's house, because I despise a horror movie. It gives me bad dreams.
I don't like the jump scares.
And even now they're like, Dad, maybe we should watch this like in the afternoon, not at like 10 o'clock at night.
Go with sunlight outside, so if you need to take a break, you can walk outside.
They watched one, God, what was it? Us. Have you seen Us? They were telling me about that.
Oh, yeah.
So they thought Us was great, but very scary.
Very creepy.
The mirror scene.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Great way to wrap up the show today, Troy did. Enjoyed it.
Fun times as always. I will probably see you here most likely Friday.
All right, sounds good. As we will get you ready for ECU football and the NFL weekend.
Season opener of Jag Dog football Thursday night, Clip Rock.
Good luck to the Jag Dogs.
Thank you.
When the fourth quarter ends, the fifth quarter begins.
One of the greatest mascots ever assembled, the Jag Dogs.
Yeah, it was a combination between Epps Bulldogs and the Aycock Jaguars.
I like it.
It is a brand new a super football team this year.
Super team.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for joining us. Thanks to Bud Light, sponsor of the Bud Light ECU Report. Talked a lot of Pirate football today, and we'll do so Tuesday as well. We will see you then, Tuesday, 3 o'clock. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is